first Subnormal YouTube live stream, I guess?
The first YouTube one, yes.
Yes, for YouTube. Welcome, everybody. Someone didn't silence their phone.
Is that me?
Getting a call.
Oh, wait, no, that's me.
Unreal.
Sorry, everybody.
Unreal. We've got Jamie here in the studio today.
Jamie's in the studio. It took a real effort to get him here.
I had to beg him every day.
He's a busy man.
Busy.
So, we were talking outside before the show, smoking, drinking. We thought a funny thing to start off with would be to make fun of cosmopolitan bug people that live in their own little hives on top of one another.
Spend over $1,000 a month to do it.
Yeah. Boys plus desktop. Right?
Yeah.
This one here. Okay.
Boom.
So, oh, look how we're stacked up there. That's cool. You see all three of us.
Oh.
What's up, Josh? How's it going?
Jamie, good to see you.
Oh,
You can see
guys.
that you can, if you want to center yourself, Jamie. It doesn't really matter, but just so you're mindful.
Right about
That's
there.
where you are. You have your
Are
own
you
little
comfy
box.
there? That's good.
It's not a huge deal if you go out a little bit, but
So what do we have? This
Wow,
bunk bed
yeah.
is $1,200 a month, privacy not included. This is old news, but I still think it's funny to laugh at these people.
yeah.
Look at this guy.
I'm loving every second of it.
Love it.
I'm a people person.
I wonder what these people's like college experience was, because it seems like you're supposed to do this when you're 18 years old.
Oh yeah, being crowded around.
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
that, like, I've stayed in hostels before, and
Or
that's
for a
pretty
few
much
days
what
or
it
something.
is.
Yeah, I would not mind it for like a week or something like that in Europe.
Yeah,
That
if
would
you
be
want to
cool.
go somewhere cheap, it's a good
Dude,
thing.
they're-
I mean, I like hostels, but
Probably
as
meet
far
cool
as
people and stuff.
as far as
This bunk bed costs as much as my rent. Like this whole place that I'm in right now is only like $50 more than one of these bunk beds.
yeah,
And I've got 3 bedrooms.
The whole place to yourself.
pod share. So they call
It's
them
free
pods.
Wi-Fi though, bro.
Oh, that's
Oh,
That's
yeah.
good. So
Oh,
they pay
that's
like
why.
is power and internet included? I suppose.
I
it
imagine,
is.
yeah, everything is
guess.
probably just the.
You get a bed, a locker, Wi-Fi, podestrians.
pedestrians.
Oh my god, dude! What you don't get is privacy.
There is something fun about just like from remembering. I mean, now at my age,
Stop that.
at 36, this wouldn't be comfortable, but in my like early 20s, like during the army and stuff, I did like having a community living. Like there was something cool about
That
it.
kind of thing.
So maybe when you're younger, it wouldn't be so bad, but
Just starting out.
just starting out. I mean, I wouldn't want it. Like I said, I already did. At this point, all these people already endured like their college years. They're like, now they're working at an intense
It's
Google
supposed to
job.
be a good job.
Yeah, and they should. That should be the fruits of their labor. They should be able to have a cool apartment.
I know. They need to get started on family formation, but I don't think that's what they really desire.
Yeah, I wonder what if most of the
Yeah, what
people
about
here.
us?
If this is like
We
a
don't
transitional period for them, or if this is the bug lifestyle that they want to live.
I would guess for most of them, it's just like a temporary thing until
Hopefully.
they get a promotion or something.
Yeah,
But
a major promotion.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've looked up
But-
on Craigslist for just renting in San Francisco. I don't know, just because I'm all about that lifestyle.
yeah,
But
I bet you'd love it.
I love it. I love the idea of being catcalled by men. And a decent
good,
one bedroom is
booster
going to be
for-
like $2,800, $3,500 if you want to live in the snazzy part and you don't
A
mind
decent one.
a place you don't mind bringing a nice young man back to and entertaining
Right.
him, because you can't bring him here. How are you going to, do gay stuff in a place like this?
I mean, I
or
imagine
straight stuff.
I feel
Or
like
straight stuff.
this place is probably full of depraved sex,
I
weird
doubt
things
it.
going
I
on.
bet
I
it's
think they're all
boring.
sex
I bet
weirdos,
it's-
too.
I bet it's boring.
I bet there's you can't like. Oh, did you hear something last night? They were getting it on.
They were getting it. Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
I mean, that has to be provided for.
Yeah,
You know,
I mean, if
people
all you
are-
have is a curtain.
Well, that's what the showers are for, I think.
Oh yeah.
But they're shared. So like, I stayed in a hostel actually kind of recently in Asheville.
Oh, they have them in Asheville even.
They have one that I know about.
Oh, wow.
Maybe there's 2 or 3.
Like this kind of, there's people.
It was pretty much like that. I mean, it was. This looks like they're trying to make it kind of nice, but the one I stayed at was fine. It was $40 for a night, and
Okay, that's
I slept in a bunk bed and nobody was banging or anything, but I did have to wait in line to like just use the bathroom. So
Wow.
to like
Did
take
you
a
get to
shower.
shit big time?
No, I was just getting ready to take a shower, but
At the hostel, you're gonna do that. You're gonna shower.
Did you have your
yeah, I
sandals?
did take a shower.
Did you watch your ass?
It was.
Wash-
I mean, it was like a one-person bathroom,
Oh, okay.
and
so
it
you
was
could lock
like
other
in the
people
middle
out.
of the night. Yeah,
No one could sneak up on you?
But there were. I think there were maybe one or two people in line, and somebody was taking a shower before me, and so
Wow. So
I don't
how
think
long
that's
were
the place you're banging.
Are you
is all I'm
standing
saying.
there, like waiting to shower?
It was like I was just in the hallway, and it was just like a.
Okay.
It was like a bathroom, like your bathroom.
Uh huh.
Just one
Little
one
one.
toilet with sink,
Okay.
shower.
Was it like
It was.
a
I mean, it was pretty nice.
What were
converted
the-
house or something?
Yeah.
It was a hostel. Okay.
Oh, okay. I was wondering if
Yeah.
the living quarters were like this with
Yeah.
like bunk beds.
No,
or
it was
something.
like
Your little gerbil cage here.
I mean, it was bigger. It was a little bit bigger than this. It might have been as the size of this whole
nice.
duplex. I mean, that looks nice, but not like for a year.
I know this is like camp. This is like
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
going to camp.
Kind of reminds me of that movie Life with Martin Lawrence and
Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy too. They're, like,
I've seen that
bunks,
movie
all
so
wood.
many times.
I really like Life.
Dude, 90s black dudes are so funny. What happened to them?
Oh no.
Nobody's funny. now. I guess
they're still
Chappelle or
funny.
something. Oh, they're
to
still
think.
funny, yeah.
Yeah.
Like that one skit with Eddie Murphy on
They're
SNL.
really more 80s guys.
Which was like, how did he get away with that? But he's a legend, so I guess he has clout.
Yeah, he's a legend.
But even Chappelle's a
Okay.
legend. He has clout. I mean, he just
Ton of
got
clout.
in hot water
He
recently.
did. I didn't
God.
even hear what he said, actually.
Oh, you haven't watched the special? It's worth just watch it some night. It's worth
pretty-
watching.
It's very
And
innocent.
see if I can
It's really
see if
not-
I can pick up what
Mhm.
what he's getting canceled
Yeah.
for, or
Basically
what
the-
they're trying to.
Kindergarten cop thing. Boys have wieners, girls have
Uh-huh.
tacos.
Talk
kind of thing. Basically,
hot
yeah.
dogs and tacos.
That is a very
yeah,
sad living situation.
It is very sad. I feel very bad for them. And not only that, but San
I mean, I
Francisco
don't feel
is-
bad for him.
Well, actually, no, I
but-
don't feel bad for them. Why did I say that? I guess I was thinking of myself in that situation. I feel bad for me, but I don't feel bad for these people at all. Not one smelly bit.
Well, I bet too. Probably a lot of them are just like, oh, I'll just do this and then save some money, and
True.
go on a trip or whatever.
True. Yeah, I'm sure it's a no deposit.
I don't know. I mean,
it's month to month, so you're probably right that it's very.
When we were
temporary
talking
situation.
about it earlier, I was like, oh man, this is going to be stupid. But and I'm not saying that I would do it, but
Mhm.
it doesn't look that horrible. And I'm sure that they're, keeping some of the
Keeping it real.
keeping the people who would make everyone else uncomfortable out.
Oh,
Like, they're
right,
probably
yeah.
screening it.
Well, how do you police that? You can't screen it.
You
like,
can't.
I
you
have
can't
a weird.
completely do it, but
I have a
maybe
weird
they get
fetish.
a background check.
Accept my weird fetish, and everyone else is just like, oh my god, it's a fucking freak over here, but you can't do anything about it because you might be, you might
Well,
be.
Like,
calling them out
I
on
mean, like, just they have a weird thing that they're just doing in their bunk.
Yeah.
Well, they're just eating their own shit.
Yeah, right. They identify as a dog,
Just
so
like
they eat
e-
you.
their own feces.
Barking and laughing it up. Can you imagine the shit everywhere in one of
Howling
those,
at
stinking out the place, smearing it?
This is Jordan.
Running to the window.
That's what I like.
On a
coiled
full moon and howling.
yeah. Howling and eating his own shit.
So what's this next
Hopefully-
story here? Is this a Twitch
hopefully it don't
related
get
here?
stuck.
This
with
was
one of
this
those.
thing I posted in the. This is about our favorite homie Hassan. Jamie, you might not be familiar with this guy, but this guy is a very popular Twitch
Wow.
streamer who's
210 grand a month.
in September raked in $210,000. But his whole shtick is
That
this
guy?
tax the rich.
Tax
He just
rich.
bought a $3.2 million home or something like that. This is kind of
Right.
old news. And I can't remember exactly where.
Is he willing to pay those taxes?
I'm
yeah,
sure he
yeah,
has.
that's kind of his whole thing. Is
tax
he's not.
attorney.
He doesn't have. I guess that he assumes. I don't know this guy's entire platform, but he assumes, or he thinks that the only way to distribute wealth is to tax the rich or whatever, and that if he's in a capitalist society, he's just taking advantage. I don't know what his reasoning is. I can't remember. What did he say, Josh? It was like, oh yeah, I live in an expensive, like I'm in an expensive place, so I got to pay $3.2 million for a home.
Right, yeah. It's like, why not?
A
move
$1 million
little bit-
home wouldn't have sufficed. I
Move a little
guess.
bit out of
So,
town. He's a
yeah.
champagne socialist, basically, is what they call them. Like, and now they've
sounds
really watered this down, where it used to be eat the rich or like kill the rich or whatever. Now it's like make them pay taxes.
But he's like a rich.
Always rich
He's
as
made
heck.
his entire career
Kid,
after
or
complaining.
was he
yeah.
rich before his career?
I think so. I mean, he's related to the Young Turks guy.
Oh yeah, that's right. He was
Sank
definitely.
Uger.
He had a way in.
They profited off of the Armenian genocide, basically, taking their land and homes.
Have you seen the Young
That's
Turks,
not very
Jamie?
nice. I know that there was an issue in Turkey with the Armenians.
Yeah, and
It was
he-
him.
he
It was him right
capitalized on
there?
all of it.
He's the one.
Oh my God.
He's responsible. Him and his family. So yeah,
because they couldn't.
Who's this
They
top
couldn't
guy?
live in an only $1 million.
Let me see. Oh shit.
Apartment.
Oh, right, yeah.
Or XQC. I don't know. A guy.
So he makes
XQ cow.
200 to 400K a month.
Yeah, I
off
think
of
so.
his
Yeah,
stuff.
I don't know
guess
if
September was 210, yeah.
But
So-
didn't I see a $400,000 a month too?
There's Summit 1G down there, maybe?
Where? Oh, okay.
Was there
yeah.
another page of this?
No, it's just these
Oh.
2 pages here.
That's still a pretty good amount of money.
Aha.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
there's,
and that's just what he makes on
That's
Twitch.
2.5 a year.
We could segue here that you see Amaranth on there making 92 grand a month, basically 100,000 a month.
Yeah.
She's the one that
Amaranth.
just does. I think she might game and stuff too, but she's notorious for ASMR
Amaranth.
stuff.
You can Google it.
You know that.
Oh
weird
yeah.
stuff
We
in
should
the
look her
microphone,
up.
You know what that is?
No,
Like she does like sex stuff in a microphone, basically.
just
So-
makes like slurpy noises
Yes.
and stuff.
It's
Like-
really hot.
You know when a girl does that, these just gotta drive me wild. I would get like the back dog leg going when she would like do stuff in my ear. It was kind of, it works. So she's just doing that on her stream where she has these 2 microphones. They're very weird microphones.
And dudes pay for that.
I think they're,
I'm sure.
yes,
Oh, yeah,
obviously.
big time.
It looks like they're
Oh,
made
yeah.
to slurp on. And she's just like,
I saw
making
just a
these
clip
weird
of her
noises.
going back and forth.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I guess she had 2 dicks in her mouth.
That's the fantasy.
yeah.
Where did
You
we
were one
see
of the
that?
dicks. That's what they want. I think we were just
They
looking at
want you
Twitch
to
shit.
pretend that you're.
Oh,
one.
she was doing it live.
Yeah, search her dumbass.
Oh yeah, where just
search
through
the stupid
Google.
ass bitch. Yeah.
Okay, how do you spell her name?
Amaranth. They'll probably connect. her.
Amaranth.
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 Yeah,
Oh,
this is
okay.
this is she.
Let
Oh
me
yeah, you
do
take over
this
with
real
that.
quick. I'm just gonna do this. Damn, she's sexy.
Arrgh.
She's so hot.
Big old fake soccer balls on her chest.
I was talking to Brandon about this the other day actually.
Breasts.
No.
Look at those big ass fucking tits.
Wow.
Dude, I'm a little breast guy. I gotta say, I like tasteful cups.
Smaller, but I like reverse breast, concave breast.
I like him to go in.
I can eat cereal
Like
out
the
of them.
entity where he's squeezing.
Yeah, like
Eat
into
the
breast.
cereal.
Where is that? It must be. Maybe it's on Twitch. I don't know. There's. We were
I
looking
mean,
at Twitch live.
She's like the
And
one
she
on the
was-
left.
Look at those fucking
I wish that
tits.
was how long she took, or that's how far she took it, and that was it.
Oh no, she takes it much farther.
No,
Like,
I'm sure she's, just has all the, thong by the
You want
pool
this? What do I do?
pictures.
I was
or
gonna
whatever.
zoom in on her tits.
Oh, go for it. But we were on Twitch like live, like looking to see who's live right now the other day, and she was live. We caught her in the act.
of doing the.
Yeah, the weird stuff into
yeah.
the microphone.
Her mouth and her
pretty-
tits.
Wrapped around.
Your cock.
I
guess
wouldn't.
that's
Well,
the idea,
I
right?
wouldn't say no. This could segue into something else.
well,
Joking about her being hot. But
I mean,
go
it's
ahead.
just it's that whole.
God damn.
damn,
Sorry,
look at that.
How
butt
old?
on her
How
chest.
old is she?
I can't
In her
resist.
20s, I guess.
Wow, she pissed in that fucking tub. It's a lot of urine in there, so I would definitely dive in.
Look at those balloons.
Look at those
filled with
balloons.
urine.
Filled with.
She's
Yeah.
probably selling it on eBay.
Oh, is that one chick that
Oh,
sells her
yeah, that's
bathwater?
right.
Yeah, that's true.
I wonder. If,
What is the who was
Oh,
it?
what's the
forgot
one
her
chick's
names.
name?
I don't
That one
know.
girl who
I
sells
feel
her
like I-
bathwater.
Heard about that.
I bought some of her bathwater actually, and there's a little flake, and I like to imagine it's a piece of dookie
How much?
floating around. Just a smallest little piece of dookie. That I
No,
like.
how much? And how much?
Oh, how much? I think I paid $500 for it or something.
500.
I drank just a sip off the top. I'm waiting for a sad day
So
where
you
I drink
wanted-
the doo-doo flake.
I gotta look that girl up. Who the hell is
I
it?
forgot her
Where I can
name. She
wipe
was,
wipe my brow with it.
Because that's even more egregious than what this woman's doing. Although she probably has sold her pool water.
she just did
too.
the face. Oh yeah, she had like a OnlyFans with porn on it after. I think
Really?
I had to Google. I had to see.
But anyway, the thing that I was talking to Brandon about is the same. I mean, same thing.
Belle Delphine.
Oh, that's her.
sells
the
the
I'm
bathwater.
gonna see her.
Yeah.
Delphine.
And this is pretty old news, I
Oh.
guess. But yeah, and she does this very
and she does the
neotness
like
thing, where she looks
What?
like a kid.
like a kid anime character.
Yeah.
Gamer girl, bathwater.
Very perverse.
There she is in the
honestly.
bathtub.
You see,
That's-
like, you
that
see that
dude
little,
like right
a little
there.
boner? Look at her.
Where?
That's a man, baby.
That's a man. Let me see. Is it gonna actually give me
It's a
that
man,
photo?
Zoom in on her crotch.
Open image and new tab. Belle Delphine penis exposed.
It's just an enlarged
what the
clitoris.
I don't know if we're gonna.
There we go.
There it is. Give me
Open
that
image and
picture.
new tag. Give it up.
Zoom in.
This is not. Let's see that fucking dick.
Proof. That's a head.
Right there's a little skinny ass dick. Maybe
Game
so.
over, That's right.
Hey man, I believe it.
I guess this is the ad for her bathwater. Is she nude
Guess
taking
so.
the bath though?
I don't
If
know.
all her privates are covered, you won't get the flavor.
True. I know. I hope she got naked in
Won't
there.
get the
They
full
gypped all
flavor.
the guys.
I want her to be scrubbing
Yeah,
that
it's like
crack.
a filter.
That's a damn shame. I wonder if she farted in there. I bet.
I'm sure she did. And caught the
She
air
was
when
gassy.
it came up.
Oh yeah, yeah. And then quickly closed it.
Yeah, I mean,
She could sell her fart air for sure.
She could. My fart ass.
right? Yeah, I was gonna
I mean,
say
I'd buy it.
like.
And it has one
Can
of
you
those pop
imagine?
tops.
Oh yeah, yeah. Like that would be great. Nice hiss. That was a
Nice.
Steve Amari 1989 gag. Anyway,
The
yeah,
whole
that's very funny.
this whole subculture of
Game of Girls.
well that and just
Subhuman
girls
culture.
making money from just putting the pictures up and not working or doing anything ever.
Mm-hmm.
Sad, lonely men. Yes. I don't blame the women. I blame the men that
Yeah.
support them. To be
I think
honest.
Without the demand.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
wonder if
there's
I was
no
a super
supply.
hot babe,
It's a pretty simple
Mhm.
economic concept.
Mhm.
would I? If I was,
Would you?
Mhm. And I had a no father figure.
Right.
Would
guess
I?
No positive.
That's
father
probably where it starts. Although
Mhm.
there's some of these girls probably don't have any excuses.
I don't know. I don't know about
Probably
their home
not.
life.
But I can't
So
imagine
then-
a woman that has, respect for her father doing this kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I just can't. Like the amount of money you could make versus devastating your beloved father. I feel like,
What about what about their moms? Like,
well,
wouldn't that? I know what you're saying, but like,
yeah.
wouldn't that also be a deterrent? Or no?
I mean, it would be for me
Less,
personally. I
maybe
guess.
if you're missing one or the other.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
I think it seems like moms are a bit more open-minded to things like that in general.
Yeah, yeah. They won't
Especially
bust your
if-
balls.
I guess maybe especially if it's like a single mom situation.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Where, if the dad's in the picture at all, and in those situations, the mom will want to, engender herself to the child so that, I'm going to go live with dad. Fuck you, mom. Kind of like spoiling them or walking on eggshells so that they don't.
Well, I
You
mean,
know,
yeah,
get
there are
upset
a lot
at
of
them or
different
something.
scenarios.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Yeah. But this woman does not have a father. I would say that he's not in the
Maybe
picture.
not.
Or if he is, he's very
Probably,
weak.
probably, definitely not.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah.
That'd
I'd
be,
be her
it'd be
daddy.
interesting too.
Nice.
Good one.
Nice. I can't imagine just like this being the girl that you're like. This is
Like
your
in
girl.
love with?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, they gotta hide the fact that they might have boyfriends and stuff because that really pisses off their fan base.
Well, what about their
Oh,
boyfriends?
yeah.
If they do have boyfriends, what are those guys like?
Jesus,
They
that's
fucking
actually
rule.
what I
The
want.
luckiest
to bring
guys
up
ever.
Next is that
Can have all the bathwater
Yeah.
they want.
you're kind of stuck
put their
as
head
one
in.
of these women because you're not going to get a man that has any self-respect at all. Doing
Yeah,
this
you're
kind of
basically
thing.
getting a
one of your fans.
simp,
A simp,
or a
yes.
cuck, or whatever you want
Do
to
your
say.
thing, babe. Yeah, totally spread your ass on camera. Like,
Yeah.
it's all you. I don't
Nice.
care.
Yeah,
as
I
long
don't
as you only
mind.
come home to me. That's the kind of guy they're going
That's
to get.
my ass
and they're
right
to cycle
there.
through them constantly because the kind of guy that they want
Type
won't have it.
boyfriend
Won't get it.
after her name.
They'll build.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Handsome man.
Jesus.
You know he's a stud. He's a lucky stud.
A cat just bumped the camera. Did you see
Oh
that?
my gosh.
Really?
I guess we're still in frame. Gee, I wonder who it was.
Kitty.
One of those cats.
Hold on.
This
I'll be right back.
podcast
I gotta
supports
kick a
animal
kitten's
abuse.
ass.
Boyfriend revealed.
I wish we had some cat beating sound effects we could play. Yeah.
Is that boyfriend right here?
It looks like it's maybe
That seems like the
Philadelphia
type.
Mickey. That looks like it could be right there. That guy needs some sun.
The guy probably needs a dad too.
Let me see. Little scamp. What the fuck did she just do? She did a half backflip.
She's in spasm.
I wonder,
Yeah.
did it say how
Sorry.
much she makes?
Oh, is that
every
him?
month?
I don't know. We can
It's a
Google
good-
it.
Well, it's either that or it's her photographer, who might be her
okay.
boyfriend.
I had heard that she was making like $1 million a month or something ridiculous. I could be wrong about
What should I
that.
say?
Well, that's disgusting.
Net worth or
and
something, or
depressing.
yeah, net worth, I guess. Net worth.
And bet worth.
Let's see.
1.2 million a month from OnlyFans. Dude.
Holy
Jesus.
shit!
This is what happens when you let women run wild.
Tax the rich, man.
Well,
she's South African, huh?
South African.
Is she? I thought she was
South
English.
Africa.
Wow. She's
Wow.
probably in one of those gated armored
I'd
communities,
say probably. I know they need to.
surrounded by machine guns. Well, that has all her stats.
$1.2 million a month.
She is not 150
It
pounds.
says net worth.
But net worth 500
$500,000.
grand.
That doesn't seem right at all.
What is it?
Well, she spends.
149 pounds?
She's
minus,
not. There's no
minus
way.
about 60.
How tall is she?
She says
She'd
it's
have to be
5'6".
like 7 feet
Oh,
tall.
fucking! She's a fat
Yeah.
bitch. Then.
She's tiny. She's
She
like
hides it
115
somewhere.
pounds.
Where do you
at
hide that
most.
fat?
Oh, maybe she's kind
Oh
of tall.
my god, that's like
Is she
such
big?
a MySpace
Well, he's like
picture.
sitting. She's on top of something or something, I think.
But I'm saying, like,
Big old cock. Let's see.
Well, it read that
My
she was only
boyfriend-
5'6".
He's on his knees.
Oh, okay.
5'6". Okay.
So she's tiny. What's that damn racket? Is that cat disobeying again?
Causing shit. I'm about to throw her in the
Dryer.
garbage
Washing
dryer.
machine, yeah.
Let her go for a spin. Is this even her ex Goran Vigors?
Goran Vigors?
Foreigner, eh?
Who? No, because they're South African. They have
Oh yeah, that is a South African name. You're right.
He
It's like a
is a twink.
Dutch ass name.
Dutch, yeah, very much.
All right. Well,
Louis Oosthuizen.
that's really
Rusty
really
Fox.
black pilling.
Yeah, well,
That's
Not
a
too
crazy
much.
accent.
I tell you, yes.
South
South
African.
African?
I have a buddy who's from Pretoria.
Oh,
And,
right. Like that no-legged runner.
I guess
Remember that guy?
I cannot. I can't get his accent. I can't. I mean,
Oh,
I
you
understand
can't
what he's
mimic
saying
it?
most of the time, but like, yeah,
Oh yeah, I have to hear something.
it's
to mimic
so
it.
weird. Like most of the British accents or the Irish or Scottish, I mean, you can kind
Right.
of at least, if you hear it, you can kind of emulate it a little bit.
Yeah, yeah.
The South
Is there anything
African
on
one
here you wanna
is.
see?
Hmm?
Sorry, I was scrolling through. I didn't know if there's anything on here that
bizarre.
you remember you wanted to talk about next.
Oh, let's see.
Or we can keep talking about South African accents. That's fine too. I don't want to rush anybody.
There's not
There's
much
not
to
that
say,
much to say about it, really. I mean,
other than
it's-
they're fun.
No, they're fun people.
Yeah, yeah. I like what's the District 9 guy?
Oh yeah, Blomkamp.
Mm.
Blomkamp.
The guy who acts in his movies, Charletto Copley or something like that. I can't remember his name.
He's South African.
South African. Yeah, yeah. He's just the main guy in it.
You see there, bro.
Oh, let's see. Oh yeah, we already talked about the whole Alec Baldwin thing, I suppose.
Yeah, yeah.
Murderer? Question mark.
Oh, you
that
guys
was
did.
last- Yeah,
We
yeah.
did
last
already.
night.
I heard about it, but I didn't really hear much.
Yeah, he murdered somebody.
details.
Didn't feel an ounce of sympathy.
None at all.
Nah.
Went and smoked a cigarette after.
Oh, let's see.
Probably,
That's a funny meme.
felt
I
probably
guess.
really enjoyed that cigarette.
At this guy, I don't know about that.
Identify
The
as
hell
a,
is that
yeah.
guy up to?
Oh, what about this fat woman?
Yeah, yeah.
What's this?
We can
Fat
check her
bitch.
out. This is. Well, I think it's just funny
Slams
What she
media
says.
for taking her photo at Disneyland.
through a
Right.
fat phobic lens.
Now let's see what's so
Fat-phobic
fat phobic about it.
Well,
What
it's
is she
like the special
complaining
camera
about?
with the special lens.
Oh,
that makes
is that the lens?
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. It's just the
She-
lens, I guess. I think.
Is
Makes
she,
her
Otherwise,
like
she's
biscuit
beautiful.
dough.
So what
Makes her
is
look-
she normally like? You know,
She's like
one-
beautiful. Yeah, she's
120?
like yeah.
Yeah.
This is like
5'6".
this is like
120?
a reverse shallow Hal.
You see the
lens.
Donald Duck thing? That's actually one of the costume heads, the giant heads. Just for scale here.
And those
Jesus
two
Christ.
bowling balls on her head.
Look at those fucking arms too. Those are
she's
fucked.
buff as heck.
I don't know
How
if
do
we
you
can
zoom
zoom
in
in
on
on
it?
So who
Instagram
is
ones,
she?
unfortunately.
Who's she supposed to say?
Sadly, I won't do it.
You won't do it.
I know.
What's her deal, and why is
think
she
she's,
getting any attention?
A
She's
fat
overweight.
positive model, I guess, is what they call
Fat
it.
positive model.
Yes.
Oh, I thought she was a singer or something. I had no idea.
Oh, really?
You want to look up this?
Yeah, we should
little
look her
fucking
up.
butterball?
What's her name?
Let's look her up. Tess Holiday.
I'm not afraid of her fat.
Tess.
I am.
I mean, I
Fear it. It could you ever seen Akira?
But I'm saying like phobic.
Tetsuo.
Oh yeah.
Getting absorbed into the fat.
Yeah. How would you feel about that? It's like that, or Slither.
Great
It was
movie.
just absorbing people.
Boom.
Oh, so she's empowering fat women.
I mean, she's fucking sexy. What else you want me to say?
She's a
Look at her. She's not even. She's not even her child.
no.
Just forcing a titty in its mouth.
Just
I bet it's curdled.
buttermilk.
It tastes like ham.
Dude,
ham
like,
milk.
what is the motivation behind fat positivity? I mean, we know that fat is unhealthy, especially at this size.
It kills you, doesn't it?
It kills you. Yeah, it absolutely does. Like, you got to think that your little heart, her heart is as big as her fat little fist.
Help me.
Pumping through all of that
Struggling.
flesh and fat. Yeah,
It's really
it
struggling.
really is. But this is supposed to be,
So
ladies, don't self-improve. Just stay like this.
rubbing your face on that thing.
so
The gym's
Go kick
the
her ass.
Yes, I gotta go in this other room.
that's fine.
Scrap.
We'll. So what was I gonna say?
Something about fatties.
Yeah, but so you hear sometimes that it's a glandular issue, right?
Oh, they like to say that a lot. Yeah, it's
but
genetics, or it's like
genetic to be that hefty.
Mm,
But
there's no fucking.
no,
there's no.
there weren't people like this.
No. Dude, that's a funny good
50
point.
years ago or 100 years ago.
A very good point. Like, if you look up from 100 150 years ago, the fat freak at the circus or whatever, or at like the carnival.
Yeah, and that
they're
would
like
be
half that size.
that would be a glandular issue, maybe.
Maybe, yeah.
Or some sort of handicap or something. I mean, that either that or they were just eating to be that
Yeah.
character
to make money at the carnival or
Sorry.
something, right?
So
This is commonplace, though, dude. What is it? Over half the country is overweight, and like 45% is obese, which is like
obese.
severely overweight.
Yeah.
There's a devastating epidemic going, or pandemic, I guess, of obesity going on.
or,
And
ham,
you have
or hamdemic.
a hamdemic of this kind of thing where they're promoting
Well,
and
that's
saying it's fine.
well, that's what's his name? He's not fat.
No, I mean
He's kind
old, I
of
guess.
old, but like
I wonder if they're having sex. I would love to watch that.
Oh my god!
it's fine.
I hope he's
fine
hanged.
those-
hung.
beach.
Find
I
those
can't do
fits.
his Mexican
Oh,
accent.
yeah, you would have to be, right?
Do you like it? Yeah,
He
for
holds a
real.
gun to the back of her head while they have sex.
I don't know what the positions have to be like.
So, oh, what was I gonna say? Oh, like maybe Google her diet.
Let's see.
Is there enough space?
Is there enough space on the internet to have her text document?
And people like this always say, "I don't even eat that much. I barely."
That's impossible.
No way.
So let's
She's been
see.
eating. I guarantee you that. Probably not eating good
Tess
either.
Holiday diet. What is all these ads? Tess Holiday
Shares
shares
weight loss, anorexia recovery. She's in a women's health magazine. Let's look at
This
that.
one or
No,
Women's
one
Health?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Is eating healthier and feels guilty.
I shouldn't have to like eat healthy. Like I should just be able to get as fat as hell as I want
So
to.
she's 35. She's our age.
Hmm.
Tess.
We haven't divulged our age on the podcast. I'm
Oh,
bleeping
I'm
that out.
35.
So she's through.
Or I'm about to.
85%
Yeah,
fat.
actually, this week 36,
Ooh.
baby.
Welcome
Last
to the club.
time,
It
last.
sucks. It's not fun.
Is it worse than
I wouldn't do it
being
if I were you.
35?
Body
No, it's the
positive.
same. I'd say 30s get exponentially better.
I really am. I'm enjoying myself being a little bit,
I like 30s.
More older.
like a
and
young adult,
Mm-hmm.
because I didn't really feel that way when I was in my 20s.
She's recovering from an eating disorder.
I
or
mean, I
something.
kind of did, but
I don't know. Where's all the pictures of her fatness? I want to see that.
she
she
says she's
each
anorexic
limb.
and
Oh
recovery.
damn! Will this video work
Here
if we go to it?
I
Yeah,
hope
just
so.
try him play, see what happened.
Watch
I
her
would love to see
exercise.
what the
Oh, wow.
deal is. I'm still just trying to figure out what her
Yeah.
deal is because she looks like she's about.
Reload.
She looks
Let me
like
see
she's
this.
about 300.
Brap hogs farting. Here we go.
She's a brap hog for sure. How do you scroll this shit down?
Is it, hopefully it'll do it.
I mean, is she like nice or something?
That
better
doesn't
be.
matter. Personality doesn't matter when you're that huge.
Just
I want to see the reverse.
I mean, she's not.
Just crush her through the floor.
See,
would be
okay. And you see a normal. What the hell is this Radeon shit? Fuck off, AMD.
Get out of here.
A beautiful woman jumping into the arms
Patronizing
of a
her.
human.
Oh, you're so beautiful.
Yeah.
I wish I had your figure.
Yeah, yeah.
The skinny
Yeah.
girl's telling her
You
this.
should be proud of your figure.
So yeah,
Pilates
she likes,
for the win, she says.
that's really good.
Well, I
stuff.
mean, I'm not saying that this girl isn't struggling with her weight, but like, I kind of don't get it.
yeah. I'm
I mean,
sure.
that's the thing. She is struggling with her weight, and instead of saying, you know
Looks
what, I need to
like-
get this under control. I need to
She's
be
like,
healthy.
no, this is good. This
right?
is,
Yeah,
people
that's what
should
the whole thing's about.
identify with this.
And I think it's a conspiracy by food manufacturing and pharmaceutical companies to keep people fat and unhealthy, so they keep buying medications and keep buying food.
That's one of your many theories that I might subscribe to.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I think it's a good
in
one.
the last since 2020 on, they've the pharmaceutical companies have turned a new leaf. I think now they're with putting the vaccine out and stuff like that. I
They've
think that
collectively found God.
they've collectively found God.
Oh, yeah.
They've collectively found a morality now.
Because they put the vaccines out for free,
for
right?
They're
free,
doing the right
and they
thing.
gave away all the ingredients and everything. I
So you can
after
make it
their-
at home.
God bless
There are decades of conniving and killing people, and all that stuff is over. I think
Thalidomide
now
and
they put the
vaccines.
vaccines out.
You think they've
Everything.
kind of broken even then?
Yeah,
So,
I think
karmic
they've-
balance has
exactly.
been
They
achieved.
had to.
Wow.
I forgive them.
Brought to
Thank you
by
guys.
Pfizer.
right. Thank you guys.
Yeah, Pfizer. I think is.
I did take
pretty
the vaccine,
decent
though.
company.
Oh
now.
my God. Is there any more
She's
disgusting
big,
photos?
big.
Oh, there's
She would
the
probably
other
need
one.
a
It's the
couple
same one.
vaccines.
That's the Canon fat lens they use.
That's the
for-
fat lens.
The fat lens they use for that. Don't look at those photos.
Don't do that.
She big.
She real big.
Yeah.
Girl, you big. I'm sure she can find a nice black gentleman to love her.
True that loves all of her, every inch of her.
Hmm.
My God, can you imagine the rubbing that goes on, like in the thighs?
Oh, just she's got to have calluses all in her body.
She could generate
That
energy.
that like
Friction energy.
yeah that thigh rub.
I
That
get
shit
it
is
sometimes.
Awful. Oh yeah,
My
I've had it
ass
before.
crack.
Like,
And we're not even. None of us are overweight here.
I mean, I might be a little bit, but
None of us are obese. That's
A
for
little
damn
bit.
sure.
no, I wouldn't
Yeah.
consider any of us to be over.
We're in good shape. Prime of our
Overbeast.
lives.
No.
Overbeast.
No. I might have abs like a black child. But I'm not overweight. I'm not underweight.
That's the second black joke you've made.
They're good.
They're innocent.
They're innocent. We all know Brennan
First
here.
one is-
Brennan and I always joke because he's never worked out a fucking day in his life, but the guy's got full 6-pack and like pecs and everything like that. We joke that he looks like a black kid. He's got the body of a black kid. Brennan Whitley.
Brennan Willie.
Oh, yeah, your old roommate, your old
kid.
buddy.
I haven't seen
He's
him.
wild as hell. Yeah, I haven't
He's a
seen
wild
him in too
boy.
long too.
He was.
Um,
I imagine he's still.
Yeah, I mean he's not
He's
wild
got.
like
He has
used
a
to
kid
be.
now, right?
Yeah.
A daughter.
A daughter.
Let's see. So we got this Alec Baldwin thing.
I
I feel like there's some new memes there. Oh, that
Meme?
that's pretty funny.
This one, oh, this on the ship. Yeah,
What's this?
yeah.
That's pretty. I guess we can talk about the ocean.
The ocean
Oh.
itself.
Yeah. I've always had this fear of the great wide open ocean, deep
I'm-
ocean.
I have a
Whoa.
thing with,
Sucks.
like I really want to not like be in one of these boats necessarily because that looks pretty fucking scary.
If you were in a smaller boat, though, you'd be capsized for sure.
I think it would be cool though to go on like a transatlantic cruise
Oh yeah, like the old Queen Mary or something,
Mhm.
or the Lusitania.
or the Titanic,
Yeah, or the Titanic. Yeah.
Very, very
or should I say
cool.
the Olympic?
Oh yeah.
Except that
I
you
wouldn't
know,
mind-
that doesn't hit an iceberg or get
Mhm.
Right.
torpedoed.
Hey, the Germans warned them. They said, don't go on the boat. If you come into these waters, you'll get torpedoed, and they ignored it. So
Wait, the Titanic?
no, the
No,
Lusitania.
the
Oh, sorry, I was.
The Titanic was actually the
I wanted
they did publish something in an American
major
newspaper.
newspapers. And guess what? The boat blew up like crazy because it was delivering arms and material, which is
Right, and that was it's a British boat, and
underhanded.
the Brits were supposed to escort them to their port.
Mm-hmm.
And
Well, it was full of civilians. It was like a civilian.
yeah, it was
ship
it was
or
like a
trip.
cruise.
Yeah, and they had a bunch of guns and shit on it.
Yeah, I just read a book about it, and it's pretty interesting.
It is
Dead
interesting.
Wake. Have you ever
I have not
heard of it? It's by a guy named Eric Larson, and it's about this whole thing, and it's partly about the boat, and then the other part is about the U-boat captain.
Oh, okay.
Sunk.
Jawohl. Decided to
sank
sink
the
it.
boat. Yeah, he done sinked it, and
Brave man.
I mean, it's all getting edited out.
No, it sounds like a really interesting book. Actually, I'd like to.
You would
I've seen
love it.
documentaries
No,
on it.
you would like it.
About the Lusitania and stuff, and how, yeah, like we were just talking about, like, is it only civilians on there? And even into the Titanic, like, was it actually the Titanic? Was it a relabeled Olympic to save insurance money? And then you had passengers.
Oh, I don't
on
know,
the
but
Titanic
I
and
mean,
stuff that
they were
against the
they were owned by corporations,
Federal Reserve
and
Act.
so
Mhm.
they were owned by corporations, and in wartime, and the Lusitania was a British boat,
Mhm.
and
It's a
the
Titanic,
Navy's rule was that any civilian boat could be converted to a warship if the order was given.
Right.
And
But you wouldn't.
this
have a
one
bunch of
was not
passengers on it.
considering. No, this one was not considered to be going into any sort of a battle,
Right.
but they knew that they were going into kind of a red zone, and they were expecting to be escorted by,
Destroyers. or
Royal
something.
Royal Navy destroyers. Yeah.
Right.
And what the writer assumes, and it's probably true, is that the British government was hoping that the boat would be torpedoed so that the Americans would come to the war because there were Americans on board.
Poking him in the eye. Come on, torpedo it. Do it, pussy.
Do it, mate. Do it, mate.
Yeah.
And so I would not want to go now on one of those, but also I don't think there are any U-boats in the
Not
Atlantic
anymore.
right now, at least that are trying to start a war.
Well, I wish they had like
Or-
classic cruise boats, like the modern ones with like free drink.
Some of them are pretty nice though.
It's
I was
not as
actually
classy
looking
as it used to be. Like train travel.
I know,
Train
but
travel
and
used to be a
that's
beautiful thing.
used to be very classy too.
Yeah.
But those things both still exist.
Somewhere in the world.
You just
yes,
have
yes,
to
they
find
do.
the right
That is
kind of
true.
things and have a lot of money.
Are you out of frame?
Yeah, I was just Jamie was out of frame. It kind of moved a little bit.
Oh,
Well, the
sorry.
damn cat bumped it.
Turds that bumped it. All right, that's better.
Very simple rules. Just stay out of our live
Shit, I
broadcast.
put the cardboard up there.
Do more than that.
Do you guys want to take a piss and a cigarette break?
Sure.
Yeah. We'll be right back.
BRB.
Bye.
All right, we're back in business.
Back in action.
All right. Rock and roll. Sorry about that. Had to piss, had to shit, had to smoke, had to fuck.
Wow.
All at the same time.
I didn't see
All
you
at the
do all
same
that.
time.
All right, so a new blockbuster is out there, if you want to call it that. It failed miserably at the box office, but what's his name? Villanueva?
Yeah, I can't pronounce. I always forget how to pronounce his last name.
Villanueva?
Mm-hmm.
New House? Is that right?
Did it not do well at the box office?
40 million, I think.
I wonder what it
Via
cost.
Nueve? What is it?
Denis.
Vinny?
June box office. Let's see. 40 mil.
And that's with box office and
Box
HBO
office
streaming.
success.
And they're trying to...
Is
already the most financial. How is 40 million opening weekend his most successful film? Unless the Blade Runner thing flopped.
Yeah, Blade Runner did poorly in the box
Wow.
office.
Well, $40 million on opening weekend for a $300 million movie plus advertising is not a success. I think they're trying to cover their asses here, honestly.
It's
'Cause-
sad because he's like miles better than like a Joss Whedon or, to me.
Yeah, no,
Like
same.
I would say he's a lot better than a Zack Snyder. I do like
mean,
Zack Snyder, but
I don't know. I mean, I thought the movie was good. Like,
yeah,
I thought
I
was
like it a lot
well
more
done.
today. It's like kind of painfully solid though. Like that's just my biggest issue
Painfully
with it.
solid.
It's just like it's such a 7 out of 10 movie. It doesn't do anything.
Didn't tickle you? Didn't
Yeah,
hurt you?
like there is like what's the most memorable scene to you?
Probably just one of the last ones where he gets in the duel and he kills the guy.
Yeah, yeah.
What's he dueling
That's-
with? A sword?
Yeah,
Yeah,
a
they have those
long
like
knife.
they're made from the
Oh, that's right.
worm. Like
Okay,
yeah. Yeah. It was cool. It could have been cooler though. It could have been a cooler fight. But yeah, that's what I mean. Like, there's no like scenes where you're like,
Understated, yeah.
"Whoa!" I was like pinned to my seat. It was such a like. This isn't the best example, but recently the Joker, the last scene,
Yeah.
you're like completely captivated.
Well, the thing too, I mean, is
Where he blows
it's
his brain.
very, it's very similar in some ways to the old Star Wars movies.
Which I'm not very familiar with. I didn't watch them really as a kid.
I've never
did. I
seen
mean,
Star Wars.
Never even heard of it. Star Wars.
It's I mean, or at least the one I think, yeah, the first one, which is ended up being the fourth one, where
Star Wars, you mean?
Yeah, where he's in the desert and
right.
You know, Luke
Oh, you mean
Skywalker.
the latest ones, or you mean the
No,
originals?
I mean the original ones. And it's, I mean, the circumstances are different of this character, but like, it's like you have to find yourself and that
Overcome
whole
adversity.
idea of. I mean, they don't have it in this, but the Force and all that.
Yeah, he
it
kind of is the
seems
Force.
very
yeah.
similar, and I was just going, man.
Yeah, I didn't think
Like
about
Star Wars, just that concept of the Force. I mean, you can't really like you have to work around that if you're doing something like this because
Well, it's the spice in this is the whole what coalesces everything around. Like they don't call it the spice in this, right?
that. They did
They
call it
do,
Spice.
yeah.
I had a
They
friend
call
who
it
told
Spice.
me that they didn't, but they did.
Oh, okay.
What the hell? He was
Spice
he was
is the
on
thing that they
Spice.
trade or
It
whatever.
must
But
flow.
like it, but even the kid, the main character is Paul.
Yeah, yeah.
Atreides or something.
Paul Atreides.
Mm-hmm.
And his his mom is from some other
She's some sort of-
tribe, and she's some kind of a witchcraft
Yeah, yeah.
like practitioner, and so she's teaching these.
The voice was kind of like the Force
it's
or
like
something
the-
like
it's
that.
like the
I didn't think about that at all when I
Jedi
was
mind
watching it.
trick.
There's a lot of metaphysics involved in this, I'm sure. I haven't read
Yeah.
the books. I've only seen the David Lynch movie years ago,
Which is great.
so I don't know. Yeah, visually, everybody gives David Lynch shit for that film, but I thought it was
Yeah,
it's
why
the
the
best you
hell
can
would
do
it?
with the kind of subject matter because
It
dude
is-
is so massive.
Probably with his budget too.
I do remember
Yeah.
it being not very satisfying. The
It's-
David Lynch tune, like it is.
It-
The costumes are rad. It looks visually
It reaches
beautiful.
that 7 level and just kind of skates.
It took me a long time to actually watch through the whole original Dune movie.
Mhm.
Like,
I mean, it's only
I took several tries.
2 hours and 15 minutes or something. I don't think it's too.
It's longer than
I don't
that.
think
It's
so.
like 3 hours, I
I'm about to
think.
find out right now.
Really?
It ain't no 3 hours.
I think it's
so.
4.
It's
Wait,
long as shit.
Dune,
It's 6 hours.
1980.
At least I thought it was. Like, the
I'll tell
first
you-
time I tried to watch it, I was probably like 14 or 15.
I could see why I couldn't.
And I was just like, I couldn't get through it because I didn't know what the hell was going on. It's got a couple of dunes on her.
1984 link. Sorry, new keyboard.
No, you need to. I don't know if you wanted to put it.
2
You're right.
hours and
Wow,
17
you're right.
minutes.
Okay.
It just feels
Well, if you round up, that's 3
endless
hours.
ass movie.
If you round it up.
I'll tell you, the casting in the '84 version is infinitely superior.
Well, duh. But
I would say.
mean,
Yeah, Sting's
although
awesome
I
in
do
it.
kind of like the kid.
I hate that kid.
You do?
No,
Yes,
Why?
I hate Chalamet so much because he's only famous because he.
Because he's cute.
No,
because he's cute.
I don't know if I'm allowed to say. You know, he gets Botox and shit. He's a real weirdo. And I
Yeah.
think he's the producer's favorite plaything, if you know what I mean.
Ew.
I believe he gets passed around, if you know what I mean.
I hope you're wrong about that.
I'm afraid I'm not.
I thought he was good in it too. I like Timothy Chalamet, or I don't dislike him.
I've only actually seen one other movie that he's been in.
Yeah, I've only seen Call Me by Your Name. He did a short film a long time ago that I remember seeing. I think it was pre Call Me by Your Name.
No, I saw a movie.
Pre-cum?
I think
Pre-cum
it was,
me by your name.
Pre-cum, pre-cum me.
It was like a Netflix movie. It's called The King,
Mhm.
and he was playing. Yeah, I mean,
He's the king.
He was the king.
The young Kang.
Yeah, he was young king, and I mean, yeah, he's kind of shrimpy and like
Mhm.
not. And
Oh, he's
maybe
physically
he's good.
pathetic.
Maybe
Yeah, I
he's
wonder
good
how
in-
tall he is.
And I'm a thin guy myself, but I mean, damn.
Timothy Chalamet, first one that comes up.
See, Timothy.
Was he? I thought he was French. If he's
5'10".
from. Okay.
I mean, look at this dude's
He's just skinny.
physiognomy, though.
He's just a skinny ass dude.
Yeah, he's a long.
Look at it.
boy.
He's got dead eyes because of what he's been through,
Oh.
what he's
That's
seen.
a
what he's seen, what he's allowed to be done with his body.
I have yet so far the two
Botox
movies that
and
I've seen
shit.
him
What-
in.
Where did you hear that?
Dude gets Botox injections and a bunch of weird shit. I mean,
To
He's
just
got-
have
he's got-
that gaunt look.
yeah, he's got image issues, I think, because of the abuse.
Oh.
Allegedly.
Well,
allegedly.
it's
Allegedly.
alleged.
Allegedly.
It's alleged.
Allegedly.
I was definitely seeing certain scenes in Dune, and I was like, he make a kind of a hot girl. If he should transition.
Maybe he should.
He might. He just might do it.
You never know.
But Dune.
Well, as far as just the character he was supposed to be, or the character, at least in this new version, was supposed to be kind of shrimpy and like, but
He's a boy,
but,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
he's a teenager, whatever, and
Mhm.
he's quick and he can.
Is he gonna buff up for the next film? If they make the next film.
Funny. You're gonna do it all. Yeah.
Well, I don't want to spoil
They
anything
definitely
for
set it up
Dune.
for there to be at least 2 or 3
You can spoil
more.
it, that's
but-
fine.
Well,
spoil whatever.
The next God Emperor of Dune, I think, is the sequel, and he actually becomes a sandworm. Paul Atreides does becomes like
whoa.
a sandworm emperor
Is
of
he a god or
the
something?
universe. Basically, yeah. So how are they going to do
becomes a
that?
That sounds kind of
Sandworm.
cool.
It's going to be like the Resident Evil monster
They'll
with
change it.
well,
How does that
not
work?
Sadler. Who's the little shrimp guy?
Um,
Ramon Salazar.
Salazar.
He becomes
yeah,
that
yeah.
monster where he's like, it's basically like that.
Mm-hmm. I did want to talk about what's her name, Rebecca Ferguson.
Who's that?
She's
The mom.
That's the mom.
yeah, because she looks super young. I was like, did she have
she
him when
looks
she was
the
15
same
years
age
old?
as-
It could be with
Yeah.
like royalty and whatnot. You know, having
Yeah, maybe so. Also, she's a witch. Maybe she's using some sort of witchcraft for it.
Some
Botox
some
spell.
sort of witch
But-
Botox. Dune
Yeah,
spice
when she
Botox.
Born, so she's born in '83.
Some kind of
Uh-huh.
pumpkin spice Dune Botox.
She's a
She
looked
looks
through a
good.
Goetia and found the youth
She
spell.
looks pretty good.
yeah. She's a specimen for sure.
How old is she? Like
She's born in
actually?
'83, so she's
she's 2 years old.
38ish or something.
Okay.
So she had Timothy at, assuming that he's like a 18 or so.
Right.
He's
Plausible.
He's probably
Definitely
in his
plausible.
20s. Timothy Chalamet.
Yeah, probably IRL, but he seems like he's playing like a young boy in Dune at least.
Yeah, he's a teenager.
How old? Did we see how
He's like,
old Timothy
yeah,
is?
it's like a 17-year-old.
We saw his height. I don't know how
He's
old he
5'10".
is.
Timothy.
Yeah, 5'10" is
about
exactly-
130 pounds.
Yeah, I would say max 130.
He's skinny boy.
Let's see.
He's
when was
20,
he born? 95.
95, so he's 10 years younger than we.
Okay,
So
26.
he's 25, 26.
Yeah, I believed him. I mean, he looks like a fucking little boy, so he passed.
It's all the
for-
Botox.
Well, I think
It's all the Botox that did it.
the fact that he looks like a little boy is why he's so popular.
What do you think
Yeah, he
about
does
some of
have
the
a
other? I
boyish
mean,
look.
Josh Brolin obviously is the man, and
I think
he
Brolin's
was
phoning
cool
it
with it.
in. He's been phoning it in for the last
well, he didn't have to do much.
few films.
He did kind of seem to. I actually did not mind Jason Momoa as much as his stupid grin that I
Ooh.
can't stand.
Fucking face he has all the
I
time.
did like him. I liked that the movie was
gigantic
willing.
dude.
Yeah. His size was like good in the movie because he's kind of menacing, and you believe that he's like a bad
yeah,
dude.
he's 6'4".
Oh, yeah.
42,
He's a
maybe?
Samoan.
He's a Samoan, big
Samoan.
man. He,
I don't like. I think Zendaya is horrible in everything she's in. She's so dead-eyed,
She's like
Oops.
in like
soulless.
Oh,
30 seconds of
I
the
heard
movie.
that. I heard
Yeah.
she's barely
I've
in it.
never seen her
She was in
before.
that Spider-Man thing, and she's in that
I like
HBO show.
I like
about
Oscar Isaac. Though.
Yeah,
young
Oscar
kids doing
Isaac.
drugs. I think.
Oscar Isaac might honestly be the best part of the movie.
Yeah, he's definitely the hero of that.
Well, wait a second. Look at those earlier pictures. Like almost like she's baking herself a little bit. There's another actress that did that too. What's
Does
that
what?
girl's name? The young girl singer.
She's waking and baking.
Well, she used to like when she's on Disney. She was like very Caucasian looking, and now she's like very
Oh, okay.
Hispanic looking. Like she's
Mm.
almost like
Oh.
you know
There's
trying to
some
bake
harsh
herself to
lights
sell
there.
herself.
Or whatever. She's cute, but I mean,
Always that same facial expression.
I don't like her
Yeah.
personality.
The
but
smug
I do
smirk.
She's hot for sure, but her personality is. She seems like
How old
If
is
I
she?
saw her in
How
here
old
as
is
TV,
she?
I would
a
say hi to
vocal
her.
fry.
Zendaya.
Kind of like
She's probably like 23 or
wow.
24 maybe.
Mm.
Yeah, let me see.
Yeah.
All
And she doesn't have a last name, I guess.
96.
96.
Okay, she's
Zendaya
25.
Marie Stowe something.
Stoner Coleman.
Stormer.
Her mom must be one of those hyphenated last names where she doesn't take the husband's last name.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna keep mine as well.
That happens.
No thanks. But yeah, Dune is a solid movie. I don't know if I would really recommend it, but it's fine. It's kind of exactly what I thought it would be, where it's just
Yeah.
a 7 out of 10 movie. Denis seems like he's mastered the 7 out of 10 movie over the last few years. I felt kind of the same way. I did like Blade Runner a little bit more, other than the second half. But the first, did you see the 2049 Blade Runner?
I think I did, but like
Mhm.
that's,
He doesn't
that's
remember.
how
That's-
that's
exactly,
how it was. Yeah, I'm
And
pretty
that's kinda how
sure.
Dune's
Yeah, that
probably gonna
I
be.
watched it, but like just totally didn't care.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I
And
felt
like
about
this
it.
one, it was
Old-ass
kind of the
Harrison
same. I was
Ford.
like, well, I wish they would just put out, the next two, so I could just watch those and be done with it.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Because it's nice. It's nice. It's a nice thing to watch because it's just so like big and everything's like
Mhm.
the scale of everything
Oh, it's epic.
is.
I saw an IMAX. I don't know if
Epic.
did you see. Did
I
you
went
see
over
it?
to the Park Place Theater.
Oh, in Morrisville?
I
that
guess.
still
Yeah,
there?
it's Morrisville.
Oh, okay.
I thought they closed, but they
Mhm, me
actually put in like really nice like recliner seats.
Oh,
and
okay,
stuff.
yeah, yeah.
So if nothing else,
Mhm.
you could pay $10 and go in there and take a nap
Chill.
for 2 hours.
That's true. Yeah. At
Uh,
least chill.
I was thinking maybe that was something that I would do at some point.
Mm.
But I did kind of want to see it because the original Dune, I like the concept of it.
yeah.
Yeah, it's
There's
very
a
cool.
scope
And
to it.
The
And
synopsis is very cool.
to the Dune, whatever, 2021. There is a scope, like a scale that is impressive. Like I did feel it.
It's cool.
There is
That
like
part I
a
liked.
journey aspect to it where you really do feel like you're going to a new world, and I don't know if you could really even get that watching it on the TV. Like, I don't-
Probably not.
Mhm.
And
Not as much.
because I mean it's usually like that for those kind of
Mhm.
movies. And I did one thing I did like was that they did everything in that sort of epic sci-fi way, but they were pretty creative about like
Sorry.
What do you hate this
The-
table for?
It's sorry. Now we're fixed.
like the just sort of the machinery and the settings. I
Mhm.
thought that the aircraft things that had the
Oh yeah, the little
that
dragonfly.
had the dragonfly wings.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
thought that was
That
kind
was
of a
pretty
cool
cool.
idea.
Mhm.
And
I liked the camera angles. the
Yeah.
most.
some stuff like
Mhm.
that. I mean, the thing is like they're not going to be able to do what
Mhm.
what's pretty much has already been done, which is kind of what they're trying to get into, is like
It's so hard,
intergalactic federation of planets that are warring, and there's
so much
a big
lore.
evil.
How big is the book? Is like this. Like the book is
it
so
really?
deep. Yes, it's so.
Oh,
seems really dense too.
It's very dense.
I bet I would like to read it.
It's a classic for a reason. I'd like to as well, but
The combine scene was the first scene that I thought this is like actually could be getting good. When they go the combine, the worms headed towards the combine, and they try to airlift it out, and the thing breaks, so they have to like.
But all they did was just like rescue them, and
the scene never
really.
like, but it built up in a way. I was like, okay, is this about to be like an actual like enjoy like a fun, exciting film? And it didn't really quite deliver, and I don't think it ever really
sputtered.
Got to that point again for the rest of it.
Yeah, they weren't really intending to do that, which kind of sucks. They could have made that whole thing 15 minutes longer and just had it be a crazier situation.
Yeah, I wish it would have been cooler.
They could have probably cut a couple of the other scenes out. It would have been better.
Yeah, that's it for Dune 2021.
Well, I think that's the issue with just one last thing on Dune.
Sorry.
That's the issue with it. Is that it is so dense that you have to spend all this time setting things up to make the audience understand what's going on. That you don't have time for, set pieces and whatnot.
I liked it to keep going a little bit. I liked when you didn't know what was going on in Dune, in the new one. Yeah. When it was like
that too,
these weird things where it was like, you're just like, this is a different place. And they don't really explain it. And at first, my first instinct was to be like, oh, what's going on here? This is annoying. But then I was like, well, this is like a world I'm unfamiliar with. Right, so I kind of like...
Which is always the coolest.
Let myself into it. Yeah. I was like, it's kind of cool they don't explain it.
That's what happened to me when I watched the first Lord of the Rings movie, because I had never read the books.
Yeah, me either.
And I was just... I mean, I didn't really know at all what was going on. And then I was immediately just like... a fan of, I mean, everyone else probably who had ever read the books was like, okay, it's the Shire or whatever, and all this stuff. But I was like, I don't know what the Shire is. Like,
so are they like midgets or?
Yeah,
what are they?
What's this? Yeah, he's a wizard, and I mean,
Lord of the Rings the first Lord of the Rings is so much better than Dune. I definitely would have thought about that since I watched it.
Yeah,
like it's twice the film that Dune is.
More.
Three
times.
Yeah, it's so as far as the beginning of an epic, if I want to pale it or compare it to the greats, it's nothing. Really, really nothing compared to Lord of the Rings. Sadly, the first Lord of the Rings is like it's impossible. The odds that they stack up against these little midgets is completely impossible. You're what's the point? Just turn around.
You're like,
it's
just
pure
like,
evil.
Go dig a whole
army. Yeah, exactly.
Or something, and like.
They do set the stakes very high.
Yeah. More than anything I think I've ever seen.
And also just, I don't know, there was something about just the scenes of that and all that. It seemed authentic somehow, like it was real, like it was actually happening.
It really was. I mean, all the sets and props were all real.
I mean, I've watched those recently, and they look just as good.
So fucking good.
Yeah. Have you seen the extended? Where like each movie's like 3.5 hours.
I kind of like the extended too.
I love the extended stuff. Like I don't care how long it is.
You just want to be there in the world, so it's kind of like
it also
take your
makes
time.
You want to go to New Zealand
or to go to New Zealand.
Yeah.
Not really. I mean, I guess if you went and you had time, you go to the set. But
did you see their crazy ass prime minister?
Would be good.
Oh, she's insane.
Yeah.
What's
New
she
Zealand?
Done? Well, they elected a woman to be prime minister.
I'm aware of that.
She say class. She's basically saying
Jacinda.
That here we go. I want to see just the clip. Let me just see if I can put this in YouTube.
Whoa. Okay.
She basically said that like the state should be separate or whatever. New Zealand should be separated by class. Those who are vaccinated, who aren't vaccinated.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I don't know
that they would be different classes of people.
Yeah.
That's not probably a very good look. Place.
Sorry, I don't know if I can find this or not.
They might have scrubbed it. They could have scrubbed it from the internet. They do protect these.
I mean, if you
should have got this
elitists
beforehand.
I mean, I believe you.
Just do.
Actually, I know.
Jacinda Ardern COVID class.
It was under that guy's Instagram that I follow.
You know the man?
You knew him?
Is that what his name is? Oh, fuck me. Sorry, guys.
Not until the break.
We can, whatever. All right, that's not popping up. Never mind.
So she was.
But basically, what she said, I was just watching a clip on my phone, is she basically says there needs to be a class system between those who are vaxxed and aren't vaxxed that would allow for certain privileges. And the person who's interviewing her says something like, "Oh, so you mean like a class system?"
Like
and she
a
goes,
caste system?
"Exactly, yeah."
I see. Yeah. Well, a lot of people that aren't vaccinated are minorities. So does she want to basically?
Oh yeah, you know, I guess
In New
that
Zealand?
in the same logic as
Samoans are kind of, I guess. Or,
They're not into it.
I mean, I think that they have a distrust of the government similar to Western or American blacks, like not wanting to get the,
for good reason.
Yeah,
Well-
you did these syphilis testing. I mean, we know all about this, the history of it, and
I think
we don't.
there's some tension.
There's
I think
a
there's some
distrust.
tension there. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, distrust of the government. So, yeah, and that's the thing they try to.
Well,
they're
that's
labeling.
that's really
people-
stupid if it's true.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely true.
I mean, if it's
I could see her
comes
doing
off
that.
like that, yeah, that's very stupid.
I could definitely see her doing that.
Maybe a clip here.
Oh.
Well, that's basically the title. Is
When was asked
Reporter.
by a reporter if she was creating two classes of people, the vaccinated and the unvaccinated, saying that is what it is. Yep.
yeah. Confirmed.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Spooky. She needs to figure out a better way to word those things.
Yeah, that's not
at the
worded
very
well.
least.
Yeah, to
Or
cover
just
her
not
ass.
do it. Bad idea. Anyway,
Probably have to.
let's see what else. So
Probably
I've
have
got
to back up on that one.
this bug guy or this thing, Josh. If you want to talk about this, if you want to explain this.
the treats or the
Right. Yeah. So
gorilla.
basically, I mean, the text is hard to read, but this is from one of the Chans, I guess, and it's probably the fit one, like trying to get into shape.
What does that mean? One of the
4chan, 8chan.
One of the Chans, Jackie Chan's
It's a kind of like Reddit, but
channel
Oh,
parts.
okay.
It's one of those, yeah. And basically, they're looking for advice on how to get buff, or what do you do? And then some guy basically says, "Oh, I just ordered these primate biscuits off of zoosupply.com or whatever, and I just whatever they feed monkeys in the
Smash
zoo.
those.
This guy's eating like pounds of them every day. He's
Well,
pounding.
of course you're gonna put on weight.
Pounding
He's
these
eating
things.
pounds of stuff.
Here are the results.
Monkey body.
He's monkey strong.
Yeah, he is.
And you can't see the ingredients here, but it's like soy isolate, all this absolute
Stuff
junk.
that gorillas don't even eat.
Oh, right, exactly. It's
Can
not
you
their
Google
natural
up? Can you type maybe the treat and so we can see the
Missouri
ingredients?
primate diet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
let
just
me
want to
see.
see the ingredients that are in this fucking idiot.
See if they sell it on
Bars.
Amazon too.
Was it Missouri?
I just had an image of this guy like slowly becoming more ape-like.
Yeah.
he's like throwing shit or pissed
there
off
was
at his
that-
wife or something.
There was that
Shipping
one of
out.
Frog Tech. Remember this one kid? I wish we could find
$60
that.
bucks for 20
Riveting.
pounds.
Holy
He's
shit.
like, here are my results after 1 month or whatever, and he looked like a frog. That's funny.
That's so funny. I want to see that too.
Okay, but it's supplemental primate
Mm-mm.
food that's formulated to meet the needs of a variety. Well, technically, we
Primate
are primates.
biscuits.
Holy shit. Maybe
So,
he's onto something.
Where are the ingredients? Here we go.
Oh yeah.
Oh boy.
Ground corn dehulled soy meal, gluten meal, beet pulp, ground aspen. I don't even know what that is. Sucrose, cellulose, apple pumice.
Fructose, what the?
Just look at this is. I wouldn't feed a monkey this.
Tasty shit.
I wouldn't. No.
It's like Matrix food.
Yeah, it is.
Very
Yeah.
much.
That gelatinous
Soylent
stuff they serve
Green.
in, yeah, Soylent Green. So yeah, I don't know. I thought that was funny.
That is
Yeah,
funny.
that is really
That's
funny.
hilarious as shit.
There's got to be a better way to bulk up. Did he say why he chose
Eat a
that
steak.
specifically?
They don't bulk up. You eat a
Oh
steak.
yeah, I don't know. That's a good question. I
talking
guess
about?
it's easy
I'm
ingredient.
saying,
Grill
is it maybe
food.
cheap? How much was this?
I mean, it was $45 for 25
20
pounds. of it.
pounds.
Holy
I
shit!
mean, it's cheap, so maybe that's the
Yeah,
thing. Like,
yeah.
you can eat 2 pounds of it, and that'll only cost you maybe $4.
I want to see what the
Holy
food.
shit.
Does it show what the food looks like down there?
Oh,
Yeah.
it's like-
Yum. Oh,
Turd. It's
Oh
like
my
a
God.
gorilla turd.
damn.
It looks like those fire
I
starters.
wonder what the texture. Yeah.
That
I wonder
does
what the
not
texture
look.
is. If it's snap, or it
It
must
doesn't
be really
look
dense.
like it tastes good.
You think it's chewy, like what are those, Cliff Bars or
I
something?
bet they're really dry.
It looks crumbly.
Yeah, it looks like it would be very crumbly.
I've had
Yeah.
feces that look like that before.
When the monkey bites into it, it crumbles everywhere.
Dehydrated. It looks like a dehydrated
That's what he does
turd.
now. Yeah, by month 4, he's like swinging upside down, eating the cereal bar or eating the monkey bars. His wife is
So he's-
what are you doing?
Defecating them out, eating them again.
Yeah, he throws shit in her face,
Eat something
squashes
real.
it
He's
in his fingers. He can't
he's
get enough. Playing with the texture.
He's reverse
As he's
evolving.
devolving.
Yeah, he's devolving.
Delicious.
Monkey brain.
Oh, it even gives scale here.
So maybe it will make you stronger, but it will also turn you into a gorilla.
That's the funny skit idea for this guy, is to
Physical
do a
strength
thing
is-
where he becomes a monkey. He's like playing with his shit for the first time. He's like, wow, this is pretty interesting. He can't. Not bad. It smells pretty good. What is it about? He's like
well,
changing.
gorillas have to eat their own feces because their bodies kind of like cows chew cud. They
Oh, really?
regurgitate and chew. Just
They have to?
They have to. Yeah.
What the hell does that mean?
Well, they don't get it enough through the first pass, so they eat
So
it
they
again.
gotta eat.
So they got to refilter.
Right? Yeah. Because
You got to double filter.
gorillas and ruminants like cows, their digestive systems are fermentation based, while humans are bacterial based.
Mm-hmm.
That's why cows have 4 stomachs and eat a lot.
Oh.
Yeah. Eat my turds. So they have to keep reeating it and let it ferment in their stomachs to get the amino acids. So yeah.
So that's why they eat their turds.
Do
That's
they
why
know
eat
they
their
have to
turds.
eat their shit, or
So,
does their mama
If
train
a
them?
dog's eating his shit, it's malnourished. I think is the
It's hungry as hell.
I'm starving.
Or you're
yeah.
starving it, yeah. Or
I
it just
mean,
tastes good.
Look at what we're
Oscar
looking
eats
at.
goose shit all the time. My mom's dog.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he loves something. That dogs love goose shit. I've
Like
seen
shit
him go
through a
wild
goose.
for it. Oh, it was Libby too. Mary's
shit.
dog. She would just fucking go wild for goose shit.
Oh, man. I bet it's good.
Whoa!
Wow, this is great. What are they eating?
What did geese eat? Yeah.
She
Yeah,
would
what
lap
are
it
they-
up. What, geese?
Yeah,
I guess just
they're
any
eating-
pond shit they
No,
could eat.
they're
That's what I
eating
thought.
pond scum and bugs.
Yeah,
Bread
yeah.
that people feed them.
Very small
Stale
fish.
bread.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that actually just triggered some kind of a weird memory of when I was really little.
Eating shit?
No. Just going and feeding ducks.
Oh yeah.
Stale
And they would
bread.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even remember where this was. I think it was in Colorado.
Dude, I remember feeding horses and ducks when I lived in Colorado. We lived probably fucking a mile away from each other back then.
At the
What?
same time.
We might have crossed paths. We might have sled together.
What town did you live in?
And I was like, what a wiener. I'm not hanging out with this
Yeah,
guy.
I'm not hanging
I've
out.
how have I known you guys
You
as
lived
long?
in
I've never known
Aurora,
this.
and I lived in Inglewood.
Okay, I don't know how far that is away from one another.
It's far enough.
Oh, okay.
That's
Aurora's
crazy.
but they're both suburbs of Denver.
Yeah, if we both went into town
So-
one day.
Yeah, and we used to go because my grandma worked at a furniture shop in Denver.
Oh, really?
Like an old.
So did my
tiny-
grandma.
It's the same lady.
When did you guys find this out?
Long
I
time
mean, years ago, yeah. We were just talking about
More than 10 years
when we
ago.
first met, we were making friends.
Uh-huh.
And you make that awkward conversation. So, where are you from?
Oh, okay.
What do you
Oh,
like? I like
wow.
anime as well.
When we were
That kinda
12, yeah.
shit. Yeah.
But it was weird. At some point, we both lived in in the same city basically
Mhm.
when we were little kids.
Oh,
Same time,
weird.
yeah.
Isn't that weird?
This
So
is
I
really
wonder,
weird.
yeah.
Because we were
crossed
clearly
paths.
not born in the same place.
Mhm.
No.
Which I guess that's.
How
the
long did you live in
context.
Colorado for?
A year and a half.
Mm,
Father
okay.
was in the Air Force.
Yeah.
He was a general,
What?
and he flew planes
Top
and dropped
brass.
nukes.
Nice.
He dropped
Yeah.
nukes on Japan.
He's the one who did it.
He done it.
And then they
I lived there
they
5
froze
years.
him. 5? Okay, well,
Yeah.
a lot
Okay,
longer.
yeah, I knew you lived there
2 to
longer.
7.
And then you went to Tennessee, which I know you love.
No, after that,
Oh, really?
we went to California. And
Oh.
that was 2 or so years.
You were born in Washington State.
Mhm.
Then you went to Colorado. Then California, then Tennessee, then North Carolina?
Yep.
Wow, okay. All right. I know your whole biography.
Mhm.
Been seen it all.
And actually, no, I think from Washington, from
Mhm. State.
Kirkland, we went to California and then to Colorado.
And
then
then-
I think We moved once or twice. When I was a baby, I don't remember. But
I
like
don't remember much from that age.
the first move I remember was moving from Colorado to California to Irvine, California.
Okay.
And then obviously I remember the rest of the moves. But
What's your earliest memory?
Oh golly.
Oh, that's a good question. One of my earliest memories was I was probably 3 or I think it was before Andy was born. And I was like 3 or 4. Well, I would have had to be 3. And I was in the backyard of the house in Inglewood. And I think I was watching a squirrel like climb up a tree.
Weird.
And I tried to do it.
Oh, okay.
And I don't know what some 80s shit. There was like these. There were these really sharp. I don't even know what you would call it, but it was just like a sharp piece, like a metal sheet, round.
Like
that was
edging?
around. Yeah, I guess, and it was just around the tree.
Okay, yeah. Like decorative edging.
So I like tried to climb up the tree. Obviously, it didn't work, and so I fell down and I sliced my fingers open.
Ow. Did you get stitches?
Dude, my earliest memory is an injury as well.
I still have. Yeah, you can still see that scar, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh wow.
He's got a scar, folks.
It's
real.
scarred for life. And that, I was bleeding everywhere, and I had to go to the hospital and got some stitches.
So trauma was the same with me. My earliest memory is trauma as well.
It's always something like that.
Yeah, I was in Michigan in my grandparents' driveway, and I was running like a little, uncoordinated
visiting?
little tard. Yeah, visiting up there. And I fell and busted my mouth open and like knocked out what little tooth I had. And I was toothless here until like 5th grade.
Oh, wow.
From that. Until my adult teeth grew in.
Little bastard.
Cool.
Carried into Carried into the house screaming. Everyone was like, "Oh, Jesus Christ, what happened?" And I just
a lot of my memories were getting hurt. Because one time I
skating and stuff.
Well, the skating, but just like as a little kid too. One time I just jammed my. I think it's this. Just jammed my face on a sharp counter. I don't know why. Like my
blacked out.
My folks, very good parents. You guys can attest to that. But there were sharp things and stuff. I mean, it just wasn't like childproof the way stuff is now.
People are too anal now. I want to have scars. You got to do you have a?
I've got them everywhere. I mean, I've got the rat scratch there. I've got the stitches in the knee. Yeah. We had a pet rat that I picked up one night. Scratched the hell out of me. I had to get 6 or 7 stitches right there.
Good golly.
Playing basketball, stitches there. I should have gotten stitches on my forehead. This is the funniest story. I tried to walk to class in 1st grade with my eyes closed. And I ran into the corner of a like those old, what was it? The cinder block, whatever, with paint over those
the walls,
shitty walls,
Oh
and I walked into a corner and just had blood dripping down my head. I went into class.
Whew.
My mom was like, "Yeah, you probably should have gotten stitches, but we just put a Band-Aid over it."
Yeah, it'd be all right.
I got fucked up.
Speaking of rodents, I have a memory of having a hamster. We named him Guinea. I think it's like a slur for Italians, but that's not what we meant by it. Little Guinea.
Surely you didn't mean that when you were a little boy.
And I was holding him like this, like getting in his face.
I love you.
And he bit me right on the bridge of my nose, and the crunch was disgusting. It was like that.
Really
and I remember ripping him up,
in.
throwing his ass across the room. He survived for then.
Damn, for a minute. For 20 to 30 seconds until I finished him out.
Yeah.
While this is fresh, I have a memory. I was probably 8 years old. And this is probably the funniest.
We might as well go through these.
Yeah,
these are great.
Bump in your head, walking with your eyes closed. This is almost as stupid, or maybe it is as stupid. Maybe it's worse. But I was in the Food Lion, which is a grocery store around here, and I found a box of whether it was fish sticks or something frozen, I don't know. And I tried to lick the frost off, and my tongue got stuck on this 5-pound box of sticks.
No.
And this is dangling, and I'm freaking out. So I rip it off. And there's just blood gushing everywhere.
Oh my God,
I was like, "Mom, am I okay?" And she's like, "Jesus Christ, what the hell did you do?" And it's just, I couldn't eat for days because the Skin was ripped
wow.
off completely.
Yeah.
That was
Damn.
awful.
That was a bad
awful.
one.
I scared myself because I looked down and it's like all over my
Holy shit.
shirt and everything.
Yeah, your tongue will go.
Adrenochrome flowing out.
It was.
Your tongue will
I'm
really
sure-
go.
I'm sure the elites were like,
Sniffing
I smell
it.
Yeah. The governor of North Carolina was there. He started licking my
You
face.
barely avoided being kidnapped. That
Yeah,
day.
basically.
Yeah. It's popping around
That's
the
another
corners.
good one.
Damn.
Oh,
That was
actually,
awful.
there was a. I think I've told you guys about this one. Is when we lived in Tennessee.
The trampoline?
The trampoline.
Okay.
Launched him into space.
Fucking thing is, I don't want to say it could only be there, but it felt like it could only be there. At the
Only
time.
happened in
Yeah,
Tennessee.
it can only happen in kind of rural Tennessee, near Chattanooga. And so I was out there with Andy,
His younger brother.
and I think I was probably 10. Yeah, because I was 10 when we moved there, and it was probably less than a year. That seemed like a long time, but we were only there a year and a half.
So when you're young, it seems like a long time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's true. And so our next door neighbors had a trampoline in their backyard that was on like a 45-degree angle.
Smart.
Just about.
Launched into,
Just about. I mean, it was like
Sounds kind of
just
fun.
going down a hill. I mean, it was
Mhm.
fun, but
Had a little danger.
we would either like try and go play with them and jump on it, or like if they were home, we would go over there or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And at some point, the padding around the edge, the only safety that
Mhm.
was there, was not there anymore, and
Rotted off,
we didn't,
bro.
Did it wear
we
off,
didn't
yeah.
care. So we were just like
We were trying to
do-
get high.
Yeah, we were trying to like do the little double bounce.
Oh,
on each
yeah,
other and
yeah.
all that, and
Get launched.
I was trying to do just like a front flip and land on my feet, which I had done
Mhm.
could do. But I think Andy bounced me, or maybe I just did one and over rotated, hit my head on the pole.
Fuck.
Like that's actually what this one is. That the counter's up here.
So you have another scar right there. I see that
So-
one. Yeah, right there.
This one, oh yeah. I mean
Very
that's
visible.
that'll
Damn,
never go
pot
away.
cleaned.
And
yeah. Little
just
dimple.
face covered in
Oh, dude, nothing like
blood.
having
Whole
your
face covered in blood.
Screaming.
I think I might have even like pinched it on one of the little coils a little bit,
Ow.
and
Oh,
I
okay.
just banged my head on it. I don't think I fell off, but
Do you
it
remember
was just
being
like
in the air knowing you were about to eat shit?
I didn't think I was going to.
time slows down.
I remember
I
doing
got
it and
this.
then just like and just the over rotate. And Andy was freaking out because he was like,
Oh, yeah,
he was, like,
yeah, I'm
7
sure.
or
Yeah,
whatever,
yeah.
And
Big bro's dying.
Whoa,
yeah,
cool.
it was just-
The trampoline.
that was it.
injury,
I don't
too,
know. I don't think I
actually.
never got stitches, but
I didn't bleed.
that's probably why it's still here.
I just remember there was this kid that could do backflips on the trampoline. I was
Oh,
like,
damn.
this kid's not as cool as me. I should be able to do backflips.
I
So
should be able to do this.
I tried one and missed and
Damn
fell
it.
off, and like the family came running out, like, "Oh God, are you all right?" I didn't get injured, but
Still,
Yeah,
yeah. I
out.
mean, you remember it.
it was.
But you did a triple
adults will
backflip.
scare you more than what actually happens to you sometimes.
Yeah.
Oh,
They-
yeah, their
Because
reaction.
they're like, oh, did he break
Oh,
his
fuck.
neck? Like,
Yeah,
they're
that's why
worried
kids
about
cry
that.
is because of embarrassment, not so much of
Mhm.
pain.
Yeah.
Like all the adults are laughing at you, and the kids looking around like, "What? Oh, hey."
I don't think I was. I mean, like some of that stuff, you don't really cry. You just like,
Well, yeah.
ugh, just kind of shocked.
I'm in shock here.
My only trampoline memory was this redneck ass kid in near where my dad used to live when I was a kid. He had a trampoline in his backyard. His dad was never there, and his dad had a whole closet full of Easy Riders. So we would hang around, look at Easy Rider porn, and jump on the trampoline and just fucking sit back, relax. That was good shit.
Dude, a lot of
Classic
trampoline
day.
stories. How dangerous they are. I'm sure a lot of kids have
Yeah, and that was
Mhm.
plenty of tales to
that was
tell.
before we even all started skateboarding.
Have you guys been to the trampoline? Like, what's it called?
Those like gyms.
The facility, or
yeah, where
something?
it's
I
just
have not.
trampolines
Been to
everywhere.
one.
They're really fun. It's fucking exhausting though.
It is.
3 minutes and I'm like, have
I
to
did
go
that.
fucking lay down.
I did that one time, and I was probably there for an hour, and I was just I was so sore
exhausted.
the next day.
It was so fun though. It was
the
a
whole
blast.
floor, like
I would
it's
go
all
back.
trampoline?
Yeah, everywhere.
You
Yeah,
just jump
yeah.
from one to
And
another.
then you have little areas too, and also they have like 45-degree angle trampolines, so you can run and like do a backflip off the wall
bounce
if you were
off
Do
good.
they have
stuff.
a soft pit where you can jump in?
Yeah, they do have a soft pit
Some
where
of
it
those
was
do.
like an obstacle course where if you fall into the pit.
Oh, I see.
And then they had like what was essentially like a mini ramp with a line through the center, so you could play dodgeball with a bunch of balls. A little area there. I remember I went with Taylor a long time ago. This was probably 2014 or 15, and we were playing, and I hit her in the face with a ball, like straight
Nice.
up hardcore, at least like 10 times. Like I remember I would just like. I wouldn't even necessarily be trying to hit her in the face, but it was just my aim was just on that night. Her face was just like a magnet to the balls. I just was like diving and just creaming her and just knocking her back, and she like would throw and the balls would not come anywhere near me.
Remembering
I just kept pegging
dodgeball
her.
in gym, like you never had to fear the girls.
Oh,
ever.
never at all.
No.
There's always the man,
You had to
like a
fear
girl,
hurting
she has a
them.
ball, it's like, okay, I'll catch it, whatever, you know. And you're just like,
Yeah.
I never
Now it's
remember
my
that
turn.
being a problem. I think like some kids maybe had phobias of that.
Of dodgeball?
Like just getting beamed in the head or something.
I mean, it happens to everybody.
Not me.
You get
I
hit
don't feel
eventually.
like
I would go
yeah, I mean,
getting
you always get hit, but like it didn't like I thought it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially with those really soft balls.
They-
That's
they-
what we were.
They called them gator
I liked
balls.
the fucking rubber one.
The hard
Oh,
ones.
the void.
hard rubber one.
Yeah. There was
Chuck a void at
punishment
somebody's
to
head.
losing.
I,
Getting
What are they-
hit
what are they
straight in
called?
the face with one of those.
Was it like VOIT, Voit? Like the brand name
Like
on the rubber
Voit?
balls, remember?
Maybe
Voit?
so.
Something like that.
Barely remember.
yeah,
They were
Yeah.
lethal though.
That's always the same brand.
that's a generation.
I do remember like the
thing.
camp
Oh, yeah.
counselors hitting you with those balls actually because they had the smaller ones
Those
too,
things would
and they would sting.
jam
They
you
would.
up pretty good.
Camp counselors were not.
They don't.
Camp counselor.
I think dodgeball's a thing of the past. I don't think they play it anymore.
Oh
They
really?
should. That's stupid.
They
if
should.
They don't.
There
They
needs to be a
dodgeball?
pecking order,
Mm-hmm.
and the kids that are physically pathetic need to get stronger.
Yeah.
They need that a little bit, not all of it, but a little bit of that
Right.
humiliation to motivate them.
They need
Let's,
to understand their like physicality. To, like how can you? What does he say in
How can you test
Fight
yourself?
Club? Yeah. How much can you know about yourself if you've never been in a fight or something?
Right. And
But
at least
yeah, how
dodgeball's
do
a
you know?
light version of
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
you know?
It is kind of that, yeah.
Mhm.
Which
I
kind of
think it's really more of a. I mean, I want to say like more of a boys' sport. They're more of a boys' game, but
I don't. I
maybe
think that's a little
not-
sexist. To
Yeah,
be
maybe
honest.
maybe that's not right.
Well, the women have home ec to sharpen their skills.
And then we have
Men have dodgeball.
Just
Well, that segues
Slam
into
each
I
other
used to
in the face
love
with
home
it.
ec. To be fair,
another.
I actually
I love to cook as well.
remember.
It's pathetic that
yeah,
men have become better at cooking and homemaking than women have now.
it's true. Not me
Shameful.
Oh
personally.
my lord! I took one home ec class in middle school and I really liked it.
Mhm,
Ace
yeah,
the
it's a
hell out of
blast.
it.
Killed it.
Yeah.
I remember I was in one with Noah and Victor.
Oh my god.
All we did was fuck around the entire time. I remember I think she broke down crying. The teacher, well, I forgot her name, at least 2 times, and told us
There was
we were
only one teacher.
She
right?
bullied the teacher.
She told us we were going to be swimming in a pool of Ritalin the rest of our lives. Which is a good.
She
fucking
knew the
roast.
pain
Wow.
of Ritalin at the time.
She,
Yeah.
Wow.
She kind of. I don't know. I mean, what else could she say?
Yeah.
And then-
To you little bastards.
Pretty
like,
good own, I gotta say.
Yeah,
about
I
the
thought it was really
teacher.
good. I remember Noah ripped one of those babies' heads off one time, and she's at the front of the class. She's like having a nervous breakdown, trying to get this head back on. Like, you freaking
Oh
kids,
my
God
God.
damn it! It was so fucking weird, and she just like stormed out of the class.
Wow.
These
Well,
are
I mean,
$300 babies.
That's pretty sensitive. Like,
Yeah,
of course
yeah.
you're gonna
Yeah.
get some little shithead like Noah or you,
will.
Yeah,
in there just
go. We had so much
making
fun,
her
though.
life
Tormenting
miserable.
her,
Yeah,
yeah.
tormenting her.
Especially in
And
home ec, which is a class you can have fun in for sure.
Mhm.
You can do all sorts of crazy things. Like,
I learned how to make an omelet in home ec.
oh, nice.
That was the first
a
thing.
French omelet?
I remember making a
I
quiche.
mean, not like
Just a regular omelet.
I didn't go to.
It wasn't a
nice
private
rice
school.
omelet.
So they thought you,
It wasn't a
they
private
taught you an
school, and it
American
also
omelet.
wasn't in France. But like, it was pretty good.
Yeah, yeah.
Good omelet.
Yeah.
I
But
think I
that's
vaguely remember making an omelet too.
Like segues well into like we talk about dodgeball, like the positive effects of bullying.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
The
Now,
positive effect.
the positive effects. Like I'm
Oh.
against
Bullying as
cruelly targeting a kid and like tormenting him. But bullying as a social corrective, I think, is a very positive thing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe not calling it bullying, but I think that there's a certain...
Persuasion?
No, I was just going to, like, there's a certain kids are just more coordinated or whatever, and, like,
Right,
will
yeah.
kind of dominate those kinds of situations.
Mm-hmm.
And if the ones that are...
The hunters.
Yeah, and if the ones that are the hunted, I guess you
True.
could
The
say
hunters and the
in
hunted.
those...
The Corey Frost.
in those situations,
He was a little
if they
fruity kid
are
from middle
able
school.
to learn something from it,
Yeah, yeah.
be like, oh yeah, I just got handled.
Uh-huh. It's kind of like I was saying with dodgeball.
then,
Yeah,
you know,
Yeah.
I mean,
they understand.
it
their
does
pla-
create a certain kind of indignant
keeps their ego in check.
anger
True.
that can motivate them.
Mhm.
Yeah. So
With,
can either
I mean,
motivate-
I don't think that
Keep you in
people
check.
should be traumatized
No.
or anything like
no,
that.
definitely not.
And I think that kids that age are little bastards, and they
Mhm.
Oh, they
want
are.
to. I mean, they don't really have the filter to not be cruel, but
Right. But instead of
so
stopping
bullying
them-
is not. It's not really even bullying that you're talking about. I mean, you're
No,
talking
not
about.
really. They
You're
call it
talking
that.
about just there being sort of a, at least for boys, like sort of a pecking order until it gets rearranged because the kids that lost initially might find the motivation to get better.
Right. Or to get stronger, or to get more clever, or something.
Ideally, that
Mhm.
would be
Without
the way.
adversity, you
Yeah.
can't grow and become a better
Mhm.
person at all. And we're taking it all
I
away
agree.
from kids where, like, no one makes fun of you.
It's something
no one says this,
organic
no one
that
beats
happens.
you. No one. Yeah. And then it's
Mhm.
just.
I do agree with that.
You create a bunch of softies. As a boomer would say,
Mhm.
your participation trophy.
Well, yeah, and that's the thing of like about our generation, or like the latter part of our generation, is it seems like it's getting real soft.
Yes. I mean, Gen Z is. Not only are they, I think.
Is that us or no?
Insane.
No, Gen
Gen
Z
Z.
We're Y.
23, 24, and
We're
under.
still
millennials?
considered millennials.
Yeah, yeah. We're older.
But we're like
millennials.
Gen
Millennials.
Y, right? Which is kind of a
in
weird
between or something?
transitional
X and
like,
millennial.
15 or 20 year generation.
Mhm.
We're the
That
last
sounds about right, yeah.
last kids who remember things that were analog at all.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes. And we played outside. Like
we
Gen
played
Z
outside and like
is
made
completely formed
pillow
by
forts and that kind of stuff.
internet and social media, and all, especially when in their coming out of childhood, I guess, into the tween and teenage years, just totally enveloped by social media. And
So yeah, we're the
electrical
last
communication,
like.
electronic
I
communication.
mean, we are very reliant on it now, but we're the last like kids who were. Could you grab me one of those babies too? Yeah. We're the last kids who were in our childhood were not reliant on the internet. I mean, basically,
Right,
or
yeah.
like
I
pretty much that.
viscerally remember there being no internet.
Until I was 10 or 11, and then it was at AOL.
Oh, we could just take a
Yeah, let's take a
quick
little
one.
break.
You guys want to take a quick
Quick break.
Yeah. All
We'll be
we
right
still got
back.
2 or 3 topics to talk about.
We have to urinate.
Urinate. Be right back.
Into each other's mouths.
Who's fucking
Who's
who?
fucking can I join?
All right, we're back.
Well,
guess
back,
we're
yes.
back.
Sorry, I just threw back the opener up. We could always go back to break if you guys want. Do you want any more peanuts, Jamie?
I'm good on that
I'm peanutted
for
out.
now.
All right.
Probably
Take
need
a
to get a bite after this.
Yeah, I just ate some chicken and rice. I needed to eat. I was feeling. Look at that.
I just went into the rice maker and
Feeling fragile.
ate some peasant food.
Oh yeah. No gorilla treats.
No gorilla treats. I wish.
For the show, we should.
We should get it. We should get a bag and see what they're all
That'd
about.
be really funny.
Do a review.
Mm-hmm.
We should review stupid shit.
That would be funny, actually. We'll probably be smart too.
Gorilla
Break them
snaps?
off into little gorilla
Oh,
snacks.
yeah, little claps. Yeah,
Gorilla
claps.
turds.
Clips.
Oh yeah, we're back. Sorry about the little break. We have
Had to eat, had to pee, had to smoke.
just one viewer, but I think
normal
that might be
stuff.
us.
It's probably us.
Um,
Sorry we're boring this guy.
Who him?
well,
That's him, yeah.
he's watching us. That's his reaction.
Bummer.
All right.
dude.
So this fucking cracker right here.
The brainwashing of children.
Mm-hmm.
What is that? That reads, anti-fascists are on the right side of history.
Mm-hmm. That's what I wanted to talk about. Is
Who are these fascists they keep talking about?
Mhm.
I don't know any personally. I don't know anybody that
Fascists?
subscribes to that
to fascism.
state-run specific form of government. I personally don't know anybody.
Yeah, I don't either. I
yeah.
don't think.
I mean, I guess it depends on how you look at it, but
Well, let's.
I don't.
What is
I don't think we need to get into that.
fascism?
Fascism.
What is technically?
What is the definition?
Is a form of far-right authoritarian ultranationalism characterized by dictatorial power, forcible suppression of opposition, and strong regimentation of society and the economy, which came to prominence in the early 20th century Europe. So,
So is left wing fascism? Is that an oxymoron or something?
I mean, I wonder
Well,
about this definition because it seems like they make it to
saying
suit
it's
their
far
purposes.
right. This is saying it's far right. It's the Wikipedia
Right.
definition.
Yeah. Well, they already changed the definition.
Well, can there not be
Fascism.
left wing fascism? I guess is what I was wondering.
Like, can you have all of this with left wing? I mean,
Well, the thing is, like,
probably not ultranationalism.
the far right accuses the far left of being communist,
Well, they say fascist too. They'll call like
and
leftist
I
Hitler or
occasionally hear
something.
that too. And then, so both far sides are accusing the other of being either. Well, I think the far left would be accusing the far right more of being fascist than the far
I think
right
so,
accuses, or sorry, the right, and then the far right accuses the far left of being communist.
Bullshies.
Now
Right,
you,
yeah,
see,
the
you see
bullshit.
more right wingers accusing left wingers of being fascist these days.
Yes,
right?
I see fascist. I don't
That
see
I
so
don't
much as
understand.
communism.
I mean, I guess if this definition, you literally just subtract far right. Like you can see, like authoritarian leftist is.
Well, okay, so the far right, or so here's maybe one way of looking at the far left as being fascist is that, like the libertarians, who basically just say, "I don't want government. I don't want to be. I don't want to be governed really, and I just want to." To subside on my own or whatever it is, even though that's kind of an illusion too.
Yeah.
They would say,
It's almost into
"Oh yeah,
anarchy.
the far left wants more government. They want more programs that take money from me, and so they would think of that as being a dictatorship.
yeah.
It compared to what
Me
they
too.
want, which personally I
Just
don't.
wanna be
I-
left
personally, I don't think is possible.
Just leave me alone.
You mean a libertarian?
A libertarian would
Well,
think
that's-
of the far left as being fascist.
Like libertarianism is, I guess, it is that old hack thing about it being the opposite coin. Like communism is overly collectivist and libertarian is overly individualist.
Yeah, you get that
Right.
line.
And both
what's
humans,
it?
yeah, humans
Bioshock
are-
1 and 2.
Kind of, yeah. Humans are social creatures. They need community, but it reaches a level to where there's too much
To
control.
where it becomes
Yes.
excessive.
And then too
And
much
I don't
communal.
disagree with that.
People want their private property, want their privacy, and it's like, it goes in.
Yeah, but you live in a society, so
right. We live.
I mean,
in
unless you want to live, unless you want to live in the wilderness by yourself, then you can't really claim that.
Yeah. And very few people, I think, the ones that do go totally off grid. I think all that stuff's cool and all, but without
good for them if they can do it.
Yeah, certain human interaction, you
I don't
try to lose
believe
your
those
mind.
people should be taxed.
No,
let them be. Yeah, I mean, their tax is that they don't have any.
I guess if they own the land.
Yeah, they own the land. They don't use
that would be taxed though.
Any services really? If they have like a solar setup or a hydro power,
or if they're really living like old school, where they're just
in a cave.
Well, or you build a cabin or something and you use candles or something.
Yeah, beeswax candles and just wood to heat it.
Completely, I've seen that guy's YouTube
but that
channel.
doesn't really. I mean, it doesn't fit in really with either side.
No.
And so that would be my only thing about like anyone who I would think of as being more of a far right reaching person, assuming that the left is a fascist.
Right. Yeah.
Has a fascist bent, because really. The truth about the far left is it is closer to socialism and communism. That's what it is, and those things have been made to be associated with like Russian communism from the early 20th century or earlier.
Even now in North Korea.
But that's not really what I think is meant now.
Yeah, I wonder, if the far right accusing. When they lob communism at the left,
they don't know what they're talking about.
I think
they don't know what they're saying.
I think that. I think a lot of leftists are admittedly communist. They subscribe to that.
Some do say that.
Yeah, I think
or
it's very
at
few.
least
And
that they're socialist.
They're talking like Bolshevik level communism. They're not talking
Some of the
Khrushchev communism. They're talking like. Purges and control and prison camps and gulags and all this stuff. Like
I
don't
hear about that kind of stuff.
Oh, there are extremists on both sides. The left has people that like, if you you get my pronouns wrong, you deserve to be fired and lose your job, and you don't bake my cake, you lose your business, kind of thing. Like they're extremists on that end that would ruin somebody. And honestly, they would commit violence if they could.
Always the most irritating people on either far end.
What, authoritarians?
On either end.
Well, that's just psychotic.
Well, and the problem with being so far on either end is that you really are not capable of finding middle ground. You actually like mentally can't do it. You don't have the capacity to understand that your way of looking at it isn't the only. It's not the only. It's not the only priority. Those are not the only priorities that people have. And sorry, I'm getting.
It's ignorant.
It's
just it's ignorance, but it's also a lack of cognitive ability.
Maybe.
I think you can
either
that.
It could also
that
be
or you're
situational,
or you're really trying to lead those people, and really you're going too far. To
it could be you just weren't introduced to another way of thinking.
But if you're smart enough, you'll be able to go beyond just what you've been taught.
Maybe. I don't think for every
else.
Single 100% situation.
There are always outliers.
I mean, you could be a very intelligent, brainwashed person. That's for sure.
Yeah, that's what I think. I think intelligence is definitely part of it, but it's not like if you're intelligent, period. I mean, Bobby Fischer is like a huge anti-Semite.
Well, he's like
genius level. I mean, he's like
Jewish. He's like a savant though.
Oh, is he Jewish?
Yeah.
He's like
okay. I know he's anti-Semitic, but maybe look. I've heard before.
Claims to know his people very well.
But the thing with being a savant is that there's usually some deficiencies in something.
Social etiquette. Probably.
Right, or empathy or whatever.
Anti-Semitism. Is that somebody else I'm thinking of?
No, Bobby Fischer has
pathetic endgame.
Publicly stated
He began studying anti-Semitic classes such as Mein Kampf and protocols. I don't know. I guess he's.
I mean,
I was just
you can study
confirming
those
that.
without actually being an anti-Semite.
All right. Yeah.
I think he's like written stuff though.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you can
specifically.
hear his own words saying stuff. Yeah, that would be called today very anti-Semitic.
But he was a Jew.
Yes.
Also a genius. So I just think
self-hating Jew.
That's
genius.
what Jews would call him, a self-hating Jew. Yes.
I
but
think it's
honestly, any criticism makes you an anti-Semite. Apparently.
it's a straw man to assume that extremists or people on the other side are like dumb. I think.
Yes,
like
I think
there
so,
are
too.
geniuses
yeah.
and that have extremely compelling arguments for literally any side. I think pretty much anything at this point.
Well, I did say one thing, and it was kind of in passing, but you could also be trying to lead those people on either side.
You're saying the leaders
That there
of those
would be
parties.
highly intelligent people trying to lead.
Those would be the leaders, is
Yeah.
what you're saying. Okay, yeah.
And
Which I think are necessary. I think the rest of us common folk should be a little bit more in the middle and try and see both sides. But we need those leaders, like you're saying, those geniuses.
Well, I mean, the problem though is that if you're too far on either side, then there is no middle ground for you. So the leaders on either side, be they genius or not, are steering people somewhat in the wrong direction rather than towards a more unified kind of society.
Well, they really just have to be dogmatic. That's what you want in
Well,
your
that's
leadership
yeah,
on
and,
either side.
and so that's the thing too, is that you can be super intelligent and just be completely belligerent about your beliefs.
Or you could be smart enough to fake it. Like you might be suggesting that they don't
Sure.
truly believe it.
There
but
could be
it's
that,
a
too.
element of control that you can use, and
Yeah, like
all of those
genuine-
things certainly happen.
televangelists and stuff like that.
exactly.
You get the feeling
Like
there.
I don't believe that any of those
scheme
prosperity preachers actually believe what they say. I think that they're
No, they're trying to
Luciferian
share
or
They
something.
believe that money.
They
They
believe in
worship
that.
the money.
They believe in that money.
What did Bobby Fischer say about women? This is pretty harsh here. They're all weak, all women. They're stupid compared to men. They shouldn't play chess, you know? I think there's more to it than that.
That's what Bobby said.
Bobby
couldn't get laid,
Fischer
could he?
said that. Bobby Fischer said
What
that.
was Bobby Fischer's problem? Couldn't get laid.
You see, that's the incel argument. Any complaint about women makes you an incel. You're pathetic.
I
You
complain
can't get
about women
laid.
all the
I bet
time.
Bobby Fischer could have gotten mad pussy. He was a genius.
He could have
after all.
outsmarted
Oh,
women, too.
so what you're saying is that,
I think he had his fill of women.
I think he probably did.
and
yeah.
he in his
The mother.
intelligence believed that
I mean,
the women were inferior
When did he lose his mind?
mentally. He lost it in Reykjavik.
I think he's saying that women are just basically inferior intellectually and physically, and I mean the physically part you can't really argue, it's biology, but mentally, I mean, you could probably argue that's the case too.
Well,
Actually,
I guess you have women and men is you have the men are higher or lower on the IQ spectrum.
That's
where
what it is,
women
yes,
are
yes.
usually pretty even.
Women
keel
have
on
fewer
the higher
tards.
IQ. Yeah.
Yeah.
Women are on
That
average have
seems to
higher
be the
IQ.
case.
Yeah, I'd co-sign on that.
more male geniuses, but less or fewer female retards. I think is the case.
And more male retards
Oh yeah, go for whatever you want to click on there.
also.
Many more. So yeah, this is. I think it's the manipulating of children in this way. Like even though I have my views that I have, but I'm not going to take my 5-year-old or whatever
Oh yeah.
and like hammer shit into his head or
Well,
Hopefully you'd
Yeah,
let them
this-
sort of make up the world.
that
as
guy
they
looks
go.
like he needs to get fucking kicked in the
This
face.
guy. Well, this guy is a popular. He does these. He'll have these little corny ass signs. There's a few I posted on that Bug People Instagram.
So is this more
That's a
innocent
good
than I
Instagram.
think? I mean, this is kind of
No,
just
he's
like
a fucking dweeb. He
he's
does
a
this a
total
lot.
dweeb?
He's like he'll have like pictures of him leaned back with a sign that's just like women are equal or something. I don't know, not that specifically, but
what, I mean, fine, but like
much more radical things. I don't know why I said that specifically, but we'll look at some more. But what I wanted to talk about is this right here. Right side of history, and these
That
people's
idea.
obsession with the fact that they think that they are on the right side of history.
well, how are we gonna know?
I think
Exactly.
they mean that morally.
We
I
won't-
think they're talking about through a moral lens that morally, we're even though the Germans defeated the German communists and it became fascist or whatever, that they were still on the right side of history even though they lost against it during the German Civil War. That as an example. So they're talking. Their anti-fascists are on the moral right
Well,
side
that's
of history.
that's
even
because
though,
they assume their morals are black and
According
white.
to according to
Yes.
his
Mhm.
morals, yeah.
because anti-fascists would have to be, I would assume.
Well, I mean, the thing
pro-communist.
is, like, he's not even defining it. He's just putting it up and saying,
Oh, it's for clout.
yeah, he's putting it up in kids' magnets on the fridge, and the kid doesn't know what it means,
No.
and
Yeah,
it's just like,
no clue.
what's the point of this? He's trying to just get that
himself
picture
some
of
clicks.
so it's clout thing. Yeah.
He's got that gaping bug mouth we see
Mhm.
He
everywhere.
does.
Let me see. I have another picture of this guy on my.
Is he
old bug
notorious?
people.
I didn't
Yeah,
know.
yeah. He's done other stuff. Like
He looks
this.
like he would be.
Yeah, he's a real fucking dweeb. Oops.
He has his own gram.
Let me
What's
see.
his name?
I don't know. I've just seen him do this multiple times.
The Bug People.
This is my
Hasn't been
other
updated in
account
a
that I
while.
never. Okay, here he is right in the front. This fucking doofus.
Do I have to explain trauma to before I find my soulmate?
Shit like
him.
this. This is what he does. Yeah, you see his little face there.
So is he traumatized or what?
What
Oh my
an
god.
asshole.
Get a load of this.
Wow.
Get a load.
That fucking face. Yeah. How many people does this guy really is? What the fuck is he talking about? How many people do I have to explain my trauma to?
Is he talking from a man's
Oh,
perspective?
my trauma.
Yeah,
I didn't
yeah.
even- I didn't even
Explaining to a woman about his trauma?
I guess so.
What is his trauma? His uncle touched him?
no
Wait,
idea.
what's the thing that below it?
What that little?
That's his name, I guess.
Oh, okay, we should look up this really cool guy. Zezra?
A Pole? Is that a Polish name?
Steven, was it with a V?
SZ something.
Z. Will you pop? Oh, there we go.
Skurba?
Skurba.
This guy.
Skurba the Greek.
Man,
So I've
you
never
can't-
looked him up
You can't say
specifically.
nothing
What?
about the
what?
last name.
God.
S to V is
I'm
easier.
kidding. I'm kidding.
Then S to Z to C.
Is this him?
Oh, this guy.
Get easy.
This is a red dragon. It looks like.
No, this
This
is
is
somebody
like I've seen
else.
him before.
This guy looks like a dickhead too.
Oh wait, where's that other picture? Oh, it's back here.
That's definitely him.
He looks like a red dragon in this.
Well, I mean, that's not the guy, but
That's
he's,
not
he's
the
quoting
same
this
guy,
other
is it?
guy. He's quoting this guy, right?
Wow. That guy has the trauma.
This guy is the one that said the trauma thing, but that other guy is just like,
So we have to find out.
Oh, he's quoting
This
him.
guy-
I'm sorry.
We have
Yeah,
to find out
Took
who
me a
this
second to get
jackass
that.
is, though.
Yeah, I would like to see him and. give
Did
him
it
a
not
good
say in
fucking
that
punch
other
the
picture
stomach.
with the fascists?
no, he didn't give his name.
I'd like his address. I'd like to say. So. Okay,
There's
here
one.
he goes.
Here's another one.
Back at it. Can't
F
believe I have to.
Nazis.
Oh wait, he's got a little blacksmith design. I guess this is him here.
That's him.
Yeah, we're finding this guy.
BLCK.
Fuck Nazis. Whoa.
Whoa,
That's
dude.
a brave statement.
Crazy.
Whoa.
All those people that love Nazis are going to be really
This guy.
burned.
Yeah, this offended a lot of people.
Mm.
It took a lot of balls to say this.
Oh, man.
Do you guys want to give this guy a round of applause?
What a great
Good job,
man.
buddy.
Okay, let's see.
Can you, I guess, BLCK
Blicksmith.
SMTH.
I think I could do at.
BLCK.
Oh, I had it.
No.
Blicksmith. Like
TH,
that.
yeah.
Something else.
Let's see what comes up from this.
That might be him.
Design. I think this is him. Design.
That's
the
oh
man.
my god, the smirking
Look
bug
at
face.
that shit eating.
This is like
I am morally superior to you.
this is like the soy face basically, but the smirk, the soy smirk.
Soy smirk, yeah, it definitely is.
We'll call that the soy smirk.
Smoik.
Just because your art goes viral doesn't mean it's good.
Heard.
Okay, I'll agree with him on that. Look at him just
You're
chilling at the
only
bottom.
unproductive
Does he
by
just
the
make these
standards
things?
of the world
think
we
so.
lived in 2 months ago. And that world is gone now.
What?
Shut the hell up.
It's all
Bro.
like self-help nonsense.
Learn to love the sound of
Holy shit.
Dude, this is so feminine. I bet like women are just like, oh my god,
This
it means
guy.
so much.
I don't even know what to say about this
Wow.
guy.
Pointless
This
drivel.
is something else.
His he's a real asshole. I don't know what to say about him. He's a piece
Remember,
of work.
growing might feel like breaking
Jesus
at
Christ.
first.
This sort of like positivity, like scheme shit, is
Makes
so
me
fucking
angry,
annoying.
so I guess it's not really
like it
working.
makes me miss the televangelist I was talking
Right,
shit
it's
about
harmful.
earlier.
This shit is harmful.
At least
Oh my god, what the hell?
Anti
There's an
masker.
anti-masker on
On
my
my
plane.
plane.
Is this a reimagining of his? This is the trauma he's talking
There
about.
was an anti-masker on my plane.
And he was let out.
Oh my god. What a fucking dickhead.
This guy is horrible, dude.
That's it. That's his.
I want to see more, but
We can keep scrolling.
oh yeah, let's
He's gonna have
let's
it.
do
I
it.
wish I had a Twitter. I'd say something nasty to him. This
This
fucking
week's
smirk
guest.
every time.
Oh, Jesus
I
Christ.
tell you, right now, if I had one wish, I would fucking punch this guy right in the face.
Give him a good one.
Wow. Okay, this is just a little. It's nothing. Oh, fuck me up the ass. Back at this. All right. Shouldn't maybe be behind the controls and garbage.
Bug boy.
What is it? Okay. Oh, he's got more of his child doing things.
Not everyone who disagrees with your opinion is toxic.
Wow, that's pretty
Yeah.
right wing of this guy.
Sick.
Yeah. He's needs to pot meat kettle.
That could what no, go click that again, sorry, and scroll down a little bit on that right side. Of course, that depends on which opinions they disagree with. Of course. If
If
they don't support pineapple, it's always innocuous shit like, oh, pineapple on your pizza? That's
They
fine.
are
That's
the
all right.
devil.
Oh yeah, they love the. None of them have their own like ideas or jokes. Pineapple on pizza, icky. Who told you that pineapple on like? That's
a
not.
big
It's
no-no.
not your
That's
joke.
It's a dividing
who
thing
says that means anything?
for
Somebody.
bug people.
These people participating in humor by just using these. I'm not going to get into it.
It's painful.
No, I want to see a few more.
This guy, he's like really cool.
Making
I definitely
more
would not.
balloon
I would
art.
never stomp this guy's head in.
Who,
Ever.
Flanders?
No, Flanders could be my neighbor.
Yeah.
He's a good neighbor.
This guy, I would absolutely never
Oh my
stomp
God.
his head in. I would never take a sledgehammer to
ever?
his head. Ever.
Draw
Fuck
blood.
no.
Never?
I would never draw. I would never want to
boy.
watch him die. That'd be terrible. If I wanted the government in my years, I would fuck a politician.
Sweet.
I just want to be able to do whatever I want without any consequences. And if that means vacuuming out my own young out of my pussy, then I'm going to be able to do it.
Yeah.
Even though there's so many ways to
Look,
prevent birth.
you can believe that, but why do you gotta?
I want more of this guy. All right, I'll give him
There's
a
a
couple more.
chance to grow with you.
My God.
Stop feeling bad for outgrowing people who had
This guy, I think, is one of the great philosophers of our time.
I think so, dude.
I need to follow.
I've devoured Descartes.
I wish you could follow us.
Drink water and be racist.
What?
Drink water and don't be
And-
racist.
Oh, I totally didn't see that don't part.
I like the. Yeah.
Drink water and be racist.
This
That'd be
guy
a good
is a
shirt.
genius.
Maybe we could just take that and then just put the bar over don't.
We should cover
up
remove
the-
the
Can't believe this man posted this.
Why did
drink
this
water
little girl
and
lay
be
by this?
racist. ADC. That's like a genius quote of hers. God damn it.
She must be a bright young woman.
All right.
Auk. Ow.
I don't want to see his Lord of the Rings reference. This is the last one we'll look at. Be nice, even.
That's a
to-
message to women right there. I don't think men have to
That's
worry
why I'm
about
so
that.
nice to you guys.
Same.
Be nice
Lessons learned hard though. That was the caption too.
to the ugly guy who you don't want to have sex with.
Anyway,
this
these
guy
guys are
sucks.
fucking real assholes. I don't know what to do about them. I don't. They
Nothing.
really are just like
Oh, you
real
I mean,
televangelists.
the best thing you can do is ignore them. But we're
They're
doing
schemers.
really the opposite of that.
They're nothing.
Mhm.
I'll put them in the ground and whatever, not kill him or anything. I just make a little
Just
ditch
bury
if he
them
wants to
alive.
hang. It's a little foxhole so he can hide.
Just kick him in there for a minute.
And if he dies in there,
That's
that's on him.
Yeah.
I would never hurt him, ever. All right, what do we have next? Okay, we talked about this
This clown.
Talk about
chimp
monkey
chimping out.
strength.
Monkey strength, man.
Can we please order some of those?
Let's see. Yeah, we should. If there's a smaller batch, I would love to try them.
20 pounds. Yeah, let's get it.
Do you want to talk about Josh? You posted this.
Oh, this is a funny video.
Let me
It's
look.
not very long.
Hopefully it'll load.
I mean, you can kind of
This
get the point.
century.
Is it on YouTube? Whatever, I don't give a shit. It's basically 3 female Swedish police officers trying to arrest an average-sized man, and they fail
Should
miserably.
we play?
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
there we go. Oh, the video may be inappropriate. I understand and wish to proceed.
Oh, okay, there it is.
Let me
Not a whole lot to
sound
kind of hear from it. I mean,
Should we? You want to skim through?
Yeah,
Use
you
the
kind
mouse
of
or whatever.
use that mouse thing. Yeah.
It's
You kind of see it from the beginning, really. Let's see. Starts off and then blah blah blah. So there's a belligerent guy here. Yeah. This is the belligerent throwing rocks at the police.
Oh shit!
And the funny thing is,
This is a drunk guy,
they're about to get helped by this guy.
Oh nice.
Like this guy takes him down.
and they're like, "Nah, get off him."
Right? Yeah. Like we'll handle it from here, sir. So they're like, yeah, we can handle this, sir.
This is Sweden.
Yeah.
No comment.
And there's 2 of them on him right now. Even with a third one,
Ooh.
he's too physically
Get
powerful for
him!
them.
Get him!
Get him.
Get his ass!
I'm cheering for the refugee.
He's a refugee.
I think so.
Okay.
It's like a camp or something.
He was just praying, and they came and attacked him.
You must worship Odin here.
This is what happens in a fascist society like Sweden.
Oh, he's struggling. Look, 3 of them can't handle this guy. Nope.
Not even close.
Good off of me.
Why doesn't he
And
run?
then here comes a big old fella.
He's so not intimidated. He doesn't run from the police.
Is that supposed to be a man that he's fighting? It looks
That
like a
one
bald
right
guy.
there is looks like a man's.
Oh shit! He's going to blow. This is like Mike Vallely and CKY taking all this punks out.
I will say that none of them are shooting him.
Oh, stuck.
Damn, rocked.
What is wrong with this guy that can't take him down?
He must be on some shit.
Doesn't he have a
Oh shit!
Throwing rocks?
extended
That's not
a baton or whatever?
shit. Yeah, they gotta have something they can swat him with.
This is
This
basically
guy
the,
should. They just give them nothing in Sweden.
It's basically the rest of the video. He just throws rocks at the
Give
police
him a
car,
billy club,
And they don't do anything.
Whack
and they don't
him on
do
the
anything
head.
about it. Yeah, like watch, he'll just give him a good one, boom,
Oh,
and he ends up just walking away pretty
It's out of
much.
line.
What?
Like off he goes.
In the States, this guy would be running for his
This guy
life.
would've got
The
shot in the head
second he
already.
got-
Yeah.
Mhm, or he would have gotten dealt with that way.
So he's just off.
Actually,
and,
no, he wouldn't. He's a white guy, so they probably
Well,
would let
yeah,
him go,
yeah.
giving him
Well, I think he's in.
Well, they
the
would've-
money out of their wallet.
a Middle
it
Eastern.
would have been some
like a Syrian quote unquote
big
refugee.
fat.
This were a white guy, they'd probably give him a key to the city.
They would treat him even softer than
They would
this.
treat him, yeah. They would buy him dinner. They would buy him Burger King.
It's okay, young man. We all get upset from time to time.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much that.
And if
that,
it were a black man, we both know they would.
Yeah, they
Shoot him
would've-
with a rocket
yeah,
launcher.
they would fucking brand him immediately.
Yeah.
Which is not. Yeah.
They would have put C4 up his anus. Said goodbye.
lit the fuse.
And turned off their body cams.
That was really.
So I don't know if
that was
this
funny.
is
We don't know how he exploded.
a controversial opinion, but I mean, I'm thinking that women probably shouldn't be like
Police officers?
beat cops like that. You know, they can work in the office or even be
Ah.
detectives if they're smart enough.
But
But
you're not gonna get that one passed.
they can't physically handle a guy. Like the strength difference, and I think that, well, especially with recent movies and stuff, women have been brought up to think that if they learn some sort of secret gymnastics, that they can take on big, strong dudes. But that the strength difference is just so vast.
Some secret gymnastics.
Like, like Black Widow doing this cool gymnastic stuff and beating up guys. Like, I think that some women actually believe that, and they don't realize that some nerdy average guy is stronger than a gym-going woman.
The question is,
Usually.
are those sorts of things empowering, or is it just sort of like
Seems pretty
delusional?
humiliating
Giving you a
to me
false
from
hope.
that
Yes,
video.
like what we just saw is very human. And there's American videos.
Well,
of
there's
the same
probably
thing.
videos where when women cops are handling dudes too.
I like to see that. I don't
Yeah.
know.
I like.
Search
I've
it.
never seen it.
I like
Probably
Patrice
out there.
O'Neill. Patrice O'Neill says, "Nobody should be there to arrest me if I'm letting them arrest me. I should know that if I fuck around and I try to run, they will physically arrest me."
Right? Yeah.
And I think that's a
but with
good
with
test.
the woman, you can just shake them off a little
Yeah,
bit.
he's
take
you're letting the woman arrest you.
Yeah. Oh, there is definitely video of female cops shooting somebody accidentally when
Oh,
they
yeah.
think it's a taser.
I mean,
That's,
shoot a
that's,
gun.
That was a
Everyone
big
can
thing
shoot
for a
gun.
while. She thought it was a taser.
That's actually a good argument, though, that women cops like on the beat like this. I don't know if they have guns in Sweden or not, but women cops that are
Doesn't
cops
look
that are
like
out
it.
there, that they're more likely to use their weapon because they feel physically threatened more than a stronger man would.
Although the only problem with that, and I'm not like talking about for Scandinavia necessarily, but like in this country is that it's always men killing men, almost always.
99%.
I mean, in
of
every
the time,
country, yeah.
And
you'll be dealing physically with men.
Mm-hmm.
and so, I mean, I don't disagree with what you said, but like that's or that wouldn't like cause anybody, or that wouldn't cause anybody to think that a female shouldn't be a police officer, because they're going to be the ones that are intimidated, because the incidences say otherwise. I mean, it's always men killing men, damn near always.
Yes.
Or a male cop killing a woman occasionally.
Well, it's kind of like the argument with military, like, should they be in combat? I don't think so. Can they have support roles or do whatever? I mean, yeah, sure. I'm not saying there shouldn't be, female detectives that are, it's more brain work than physical work. It's just the physicality of men, especially criminal men, which I guess I don't know,
could be on drugs and that
drugs,
kind of
yes,
things.
And physically stronger. Just maybe they do manual labor, whatever. You can
who knows
insinuate a lot of things. But
it happens where they're not strong and they just get taken down, and you just don't see that.
I mean,
I've seen quite a few videos of women cops getting manhandled.
I've seen a lot of those,
really?
and I haven't seen, unless for a guy to get manhandled by a female officer, he must be like on chemo or something. He's got to be like 4-stage cancer, robbing a bank to pay for his treatments or something. That's really the only way that's even possible. So,
well, anyway.
Yeah, female cops. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how this experiment works.
Yeah,
We'll check out the data in 10 years.
We'll check the data
Come
in
back.
10 years.
Can we do one more break before
going? I would be down for one more break. One more break, and then we can do another maybe 20 or 30 minutes. What do you guys think?
Right. Like, get a final subject going.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did want to talk about that shitty ass movie. But we'll be right back.
We'll be back.
back in
Alright.
business.
Are we live again?
I don't know. Probably not the core skate brands, though.
Rocking and rolling.
No, especially the core skate brands.
Oh, you think they're the most sweatshoppy?
I mean,
The worst.
anything that says
Supreme's
made
bad.
in China, Vietnam,
Supreme.
Malaysia.
I don't get that.
It's all
whole thing.
sweatshop conditions.
It's
for
funny. One funny thing about Supreme is they were doing all the like BLM stuff at the time, and I remember that guy Whacking Ball. He did a thing on his Instagram where he was showing Supreme, and it was like the same company that makes Supreme also owns the company that was making the gas grenades that the riot cops were throwing at the protesters.
Sure. That's a weird sort of corporate.
Yeah, they're just soaking up
Joining-
anything.
All right, so we have this movie trailer that we wanted to play
Yeah, I guess you
here,
guys
yeah.
haven't seen it yet.
I have not
watched
seen it.
I don't. This director
I
annoys
guess
the
not.
fuck out of me, and I can go
Annoys?
into why. Yeah.
Yeah, Kyle hates this guy, and I can see why.
An
Honestly.
issue. I don't know if you've seen either of his films, Tangerine or I can't think of his name right
Florida
now.
Summer. Or whatever.
Heard
The
of it?
Florida
I don't
Project.
Think I don't think I've
Project.
seen it.
And I know
No.
people like him, and I don't want to say he's like a incompetent director. I just think there's something
think
problematic about his films to me.
He's a knob.
And this one's less of
You said you're
a
never gonna step a foot in Texas
less
again.
offensive. It seems.
I know, this is unexpected.
Oh, nothing with you is unexpected.
Your last job is over 17 years ago. That's quite a gap.
Well, you know, I've worked almost every day for the last 17 years. I moved back
Red
in with
Rocket.
my wife
That's
last
what it's
week.
called.
Calling the cops. 10, 9,
Really?
8.
We decided to make a run of
I
it.
just need a place to crash for a couple of days. What's the big deal?
Mikey, go fuck yourself.
Look, I'm gonna be straight with you. I'm an adult film actor.
Excuse me? So why are you back, Mr. Hollywood?
Mikey, welcome back, dude.
I'm on top of my game right now on like every single possible level. Physical stamina, my mind is sharp. I'm taking 5 HTP for serotonin in my brain.
Yeah?
Dude, with my skill and ability, there's no denying what I can do. The universe is on my side,
Time
bro.
crisis.
Before long, it'll be like we're still married.
We are still married.
I'm doing this to
High wire act. I fucking hate critics. The verbiage they use for
Everybody
this
calls me
shit.
Strawberry.
Very bug.
You're like
verbiage.
an extra
triumph.
around here.
Don't fuck with me.
Not.
I loved you.
Where were you?
This cute little town called None of Your Fucking
Is
Business,
Lolita?
Texas.
Hope you had a good fucking
Yeah, everybody's very mad about in the comments of all these about the
Send
young
us.
girl he's
You
dating.
just said, fuck it. I'm gonna get paid for doing the thing I love most. And as long as you're
Okay,
not
how about
hurting
he's fucking a
anybody,
teenager?
you
We're
do you,
gonna
man.
discuss that.
Ends up being his daughter, like it.
I'm not afraid to fight you. I don't give a What the fuck? He fucker punched me. I would 100% out cardio that guy. Fuck. Sorry for swearing.
The shit got out of control.
I came this fucking close to getting shot. This fucking close. The dog's like, oh, he's a good man. I can tell by his nice energy.
Your persona non grata.
Life's sweet,
Bye-bye.
Sophie. Life
Red
is
Rocket,
sweet.
huh?
Disgusting.
So
I
this
have
guy's,
Yeah,
I have something to say about this.
not interested.
What you just saw here, and I think with his other films too. This is a yuppie film school, private school guy's interpretation of the lower and working classes.
that's exactly what it is.
And then
that's my
they-
issue with him.
There's no reality in this at all. It's just I've never been in those worlds. I don't know these people, but this is how I see them from my ivory tower, basically. And that's the perfect example is this here, and it's horrible.
Yeah,
That's how the
all of his films are that way
That's
too.
how the director is.
For some reason, yeah, all of his films, this
Sean
Wikipedia is not
Baker.
working. But yeah, a private school kid went to NYU, and all of his movies are these fantasies about poverty. They're just poverty porn. This Florida Project and film critics and everything, they eat this shit up as if it's authentic. But as someone who
Well, the
grew
film
up,
critics are the same as him.
oh
Probably.
yeah,
Oh, yeah,
exactly.
definitely.
And as
So
a
it's just very not real.
yeah, it's condescending. I think I didn't grow up like dirt poor, but I grew up with a single mother, and I had his depiction of poverty in America. There's something just like really disgusting and offensive about it. I don't want people making fantasy films about poverty in America this way. Like why they say write what you know, but this guy, I feel like he
Doesn't
knows
know
nothing about this shit.
Right? Yeah.
It's all it's like fun for him. It's fun for him to think about
So
and
it's
write
an,
about.
it's an exploitation.
Very exploitive. Yeah.
Good way to put it. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's really all I have to say about that. And this guy, Tangerine, I didn't completely hate.
I would watch it just to see that, but it seems that way for sure.
Florida
Nothing
Project.
in that trailer. I don't want to see any of that garbage.
Yeah. Florida Project was one that really pissed me off because it was after he did Tangerine.
Oh,
but
let's watch the trailer.
Yeah, we can watch. We'll skim through it. I'll keep chatting about it. But I'm gonna get past this. Florida Project has like a single mother. She's like a fucking crackhead bitch. Sometimes there are scenes in this movie also where I thought the camera lingers on the child actress a bit too long in a way that made me a bit uncomfortable.
I could see that.
Like her in the bathtub and stuff like that. I was like, what did you like? Could you not have? What's so integral about the bathtub in the
Or
scene?
licking ice cream like this.
Yeah.
Okay, I warned you. One drip and you're out.
Oh, come on!
Out now.
It's gonna melt outside.
It's melting inside, too.
But Bobby,
Out.
Thank you very much.
you're not welcome. The man who lives in here gets arrested a lot. These are the rooms we're not supposed to go in.
These are all the shitty.
But let's go anyway.
But there's something uplifting about this too when you think about it.
Yeah. That's kind of like, it seems like why these rich crackers love this, so they can sort of point down, look down.
Situation here. Open up. It's only second week of the summer, and there's already been a dead fish in the pool.
We're trying to get it back alive.
Water balloons thrown at tourists.
Boobies! Boobies!
I failed as a mother, Moni.
Yeah, Mom, you're disgraced.
That bitch is ratchet, the main girl too.
New job?
Yeah.
If you're working,
I don't know.
Who's
I
looking
mean,
after
he
Mom?
made her, I'm guessing, more busted for the film.
I don't want
What was that scene with the pizza there? That was disturbing. Just lower the pizza into your mouth.
Yeah, people.
What is say he's one of the most humanist?
Yeah, and that's just like
Oh my god. Dude.
disgusting. Cause like this is their idea of what like realness and humanity is this.
So it's just a hard string.
I wish I could
Heartbreaking
articulate it
and
better.
true. As if that critic would know anything about it.
Why is my mom yelling?
just talking. They gotta figure something out.
See, I took you on a safari.
I do think in 10 to 15 years, we'll look back at these films and be like, they'll look at it the same way we look at like I Am Sam or
Oh god.
what's it called? What's Eating Gilbert Grape or something like. Would Leonardo DiCaprio really have been that retarded?
It's my daughter.
Yeah, but it's like
I love her.
there's something weird or insensitive about it. Like I said, I wish I could articulate it better, but it rubs me the
There
wrong
is something
way.
very insensitive about What's Eating Gilbert Grape.
Oh yeah, totally. And I think that's
I watched that recently, actually.
I do like What's Eating Gilbert Grape. I think
it's
he's
a good
fine.
movie, but like
Killed him, Gilbert.
There's an element of just kind of making fun of I guess maybe you'd say destitute people or something.
But it's not so bad. It's actually they're actually doing all right.
If they were making fun of it, I would be more fine with it. If it was a comedy, like making fun of these people, at least it would be
a parody of it or something.
This is like
it's like trying to take it seriously.
Yeah, like trying to pretend
saying,
to be human.
This is what happens all the
It would
time.
be surface level elitism as opposed to this covered up sort of
condescending
elitism. Yes,
That's exactly how I feel about it. And like I said, I think it's going to age poorly.
I hope so.
Well, I suppose.
But that's
I
all
feel
I
like
have to say
movies
about
that movies like that. There's so many that are coming out that are just like these almost emotional epics.
Feeling hard, such hard.
Just and these these that have these big peaks and this sort of shit and then, like the really melancholy music and everything. That there's so
films.
many of them and they're all those sorts of people trying to make some point about unfortunate people.
It's ham-fisted.
I mean, how could they last? How are people going to give a shit about it in 10 years? Because they'll know. oh, it's just some rich dickhead, you know.
Making poverty porn.
Yeah, exactly.
I fuck, I had a point, but it slipped by me.
Sorry.
No, it's all good.
It'll come back.
Probably wasn't that good. I was looking at this little piece of snot right here, acting crazy.
Turd.
I don't know. I guess we can skip on.
Her 15 minutes.
Always, she's about to go back on the other side.
She'll be the star. Maybe this will be what.
Maybe we'll make a movie about you.
This little son of a bitch.
Give us the views we need.
Should I put her back on the other side?
No, just throw her across the room. I don't care.
Well, hopefully
Just kidding.
If she starts acting a fool, ditch her. This guy's an asshole. Sean Baker.
Yes, I agree.
And I don't like his films. I
Well,
find him
so I
condescending.
haven't seen any of his films, but he seems like an asshole. So.
It's
Look at
not the
this.
guy that's that does all that voice acting, is it?
I don't think so. There's another Sean Baker.
Oh yeah, he did like
Probably several.
all those video game voice acting or whatever. Isn't it Sean? Maybe it's not Sean Baker.
Troy Baker.
Troy Baker. Okay.
No.
Troy.
I was
Are they
wrong. Never
brothers?
mind.
At least.
It could be. They both suck.
All right. Do you want to talk about this thing?
I
we're
mean, it's just a
looking at?
What's the
funny
thing-
gift. There's
what's-
not a whole lot to
Oh,
it.
Was there
good.
once one other main thing that you wanted to talk about?
I don't think so.
Oh, that was the thing.
Yeah, that was just the movie I was talking about. The director.
Just douchey,
I wanted to
yeah.
have more to say about it, but I kind of
Not
I mean,
too
there
much
really
to
isn't
say
much to
about
say.
it,
Yeah, I
really.
mean, he's an obnoxious person. Maybe he's got. I haven't heard his philosophy on filmmaking, and maybe
Yeah, I mean,
he's got something more.
Maybe there's
sound.
something else.
Hmm. But from what I can tell in his films,
Just the style of it.
yeah. Well, yeah, we were talking about those indie. Oh yeah, what I wanted to talk about was Honey Boy, the Shia LaBeouf movie.
Oh yeah,
Did you see it?
yeah.
That was like because he was writing from his childhood, and it
That
was
was
like
his,
so-
that was like his. That
Yeah,
was about him.
Yeah, and he plays
played
his dad.
father.
Yeah, and he's
Which
coaching him.
You know, I had to give him some.
I like that movie a lot.
I had to give him some credit for that.
You
Shia
felt like you were his
LaBeouf,
therapist or something. Like he was really exposing himself. And
big time.
big time.
I mean,
yeah.
if it's
One of the most-
anywhere near accurate, then he went through some very weird things.
Yeah.
And
Is it about a child actor? Like
yeah, it's him
Yeah.
on Even Stevens as a child, and they lived in like a hotel room while
Oh,
he was
damn.
on Even
he
Stevens.
plays his father.
And his
I
dad's
need to
like
check
this
that out.
alcoholic.
Just
Loved Even
ne'er
Stevens.
do well, you
Yeah.
would say.
He's a handful for sure.
He's. I would totally agree with you.
Deeply
I mean,
personal movie.
it made me think more of him because really all I thought of him was like the Transformers movies and that stuff.
Yeah,
Although
he's good.
there was one other movie and it's not like a great movie, but where he wasn't a total
Let me get her up.
where he wasn't like
He's
total,
done a lot
like,
of good shit.
Heart.
Mhm.
What was it called? Fury. The
oh,
tank
the
movie.
Tank movie. That's
Oh
right.
yeah. I
It's
kind of
not
like
a great.
Fury.
I mean, like I liked it.
yeah,
and
yeah.
My
It's kind
dad
of like a comic
loves
book
it.
or something like that.
Yeah, it's
thinking
kinda
back
like
to
that.
it.
But he was in there, and he was like the religious like guy firing the cannon,
Mm-hmm.
and
Was he Jewish in the
Eventually,
movie?
they all died. No,
Oh really?
I don't think so.
So hard for him
But-
to play a Christian.
But they're in the tank, and they're just out there and getting
Getting
shelled.
owned by
and
Panzers?
yeah, I mean, like out there in an inferior tank.
Much so, yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Shelling panzers and stuff, and
Bouncing off the
eventually,
Panzers.
yeah, eventually they just get
that's-
swarmed by
Anton
by SS, and they just take a lot of them down, and then they all die. But he was good in that, I
14.
thought.
I think it's
7.6.
Oh, David Ayer directed. That's right.
My dad loves this movie.
I did
Tank
like Fury.
Commander.
I
That was
actually, yeah.
cool.
I mean,
I like End of
I would
Watch.
watch it any time, just because it's just one of those kind of in
Kinda
the
like-
war, but a specific part, not trying to go to different aspects of it.
Mm-hmm. Do you ever see Patton? Do you ever watch Patton?
Yeah,
George C. Scott?
Oh yeah.
I love that film. It's very good.
That's widely considered to be one of the greatest movies.
Yeah,
ever
war
made.
movies for sure. Yeah, I love George C. Scott.
I am not like pro-war, so to speak, but
No,
I love war movies.
Neither way.
yeah.
No.
I think it's fascinating. I mean, I can't picture being in it, and I think that's why they're so fascinating.
Yeah. Being sent into the
like,
meat grinder as a 19-year-old
goddamn,
or
I
something.
can't or just any age. Probably the older you get, unless you kind of like it, it would just seem worse and worse.
Did you ever read The Storm of Steel? Ernst Junger is like a memoir of his First World War. He's a German officer.
No.
I have 2 copies. I can let you borrow one.
Shit, yeah, I'll read it.
It's very.
I'll read
I
anything
highly
about
recommend
this kind of stuff.
The Storm of Steel for sure. That's a great war, I guess, book. Yeah.
Reading's good.
Reading is good.
Everyone out there.
People need to read
I think,
more, even if it's internet.
I need to read more so bad.
I think I think there is and always should be a place for a physical book.
Yeah, hopefully. I want everything to become digitized.
With paper.
Yeah, because it's easy
Not
now.
that,
like,
yeah, I mean, like, I can't get through a book, like, on a Kindle or whatever.
No,
like,
I've forced myself
I will
a couple
try,
times.
but...
Like, Program to Kill is not as digital.
I've tried reading stuff on just the computer. It sucks.
It does, yeah. Reading
But a
like on
book,
phone.
it's like
It's-
holding
yeah,
a
yeah,
book,
feels
and
good.
if you sit somewhere comfortable, it's
bed.
really one of the most enjoyable things.
Simple
that you
pleasures.
Can do.
It is. And it's a physical copy, so a lot
It
of
shouldn't
what
even
they're
be
doing,
saying that. It should go without saying, but
yeah, a lot of books, like older books especially, like they're out of print or they cost like $400, so they have
Ooh,
like
feels
reprints
exclusive.
that they edit and make, whatever new editions or PDFs. They're like, oh, this is problematic from 100 years ago, so let's edit the text.
Good lord.
And then change, the soul of the book or the facts from the book or the information, whatever it might be.
That should be illegal.
It should be illegal, but God knows they do it.
I mean, it's kind of like.
I mean,
burning
I
books.
understand translation, but to change the actual context, to change to change the original intention of it, regardless of what it was, the message.
It's like taking Mein
You should
Kampf,
not do that. I mean,
removing the anti-Semitic stuff from Mein Kampf, so making it so like, oh, Hitler wasn't so like that's what people.
What was so bad about it? It seemed pretty cool after I read the book.
I didn't see anything wrong with it. I didn't see anything about Jews in there.
The Communist Manifesto.
Yeah, all
just
that
like
stuff.
being
All
like,
should be
oh
out
no,
there.
it's more about.
He was a capitalist.
Yeah, it's more about making money.
Yeah.
Have you ever read that?
I've read excerpts from the Communist Manifesto. I've never read
It's
the
only
whole
like
thing.
20 pages.
Yeah.
Oh,
Is it
wow.
really
I
that
should
short?
check it out.
It's short.
Maybe I was thinking of Mein Kampf. I've definitely read the whole thing.
I've never read Mein Kampf, but
No,
I would
Only
like
excerpts.
to. The Communist Manifesto, Karl Marx and what's his fucking name? The other guy.
Oh,
know it
his
too.
buddy
It's-
that funded him, basically.
It starts with an H.
Herzl?
No.
No, he was the Zionist guy.
Shit. I read it like a year ago. And-
Engels.
Engels. Yeah.
Engels, that's right. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
right. Good job. I don't think anyone that yells communist has ever read that book.
Oh no,
I mean,
definitely not.
it's focused solely economically. Like
It is. It's about economics.
Yes.
And it's about the main point that at least that I got out of it, and I'm pretty sure I got the main point, was that the means of production as they were becoming that, I mean they already were that, should be shared.
Right, yeah.
Rather than owned by a few people.
Sucked up by the robber barons.
And unfortunately that's impossible, but that was the sort of drive of it. And because whoever has the printing press or whoever has the weave to make the clothes or whatever it is, whatever machine it is, they can do more than a man can do on his own.
Right, yes.
And that's the whole point of it. And I'm not saying that those guys are saints or anything. I really don't.
Well, I think
I think there's a lot of interesting
but,
communist ideas that probably would work in small doses.
Well,
for sure.
it's sort of a utilitarian, it's a utopian idea,
right?
And that's why it didn't work. And
as opposed to something realistic.
Russia, the country of Russia, tries to implement it, and obviously it doesn't work, and just becomes another oligarchy, and so everyone thinks communism is evil because they were fighting against the capitalists.
Right. Yeah.
But the idea of it is not evil. It's really more to help the impoverished or to bring them out of poverty.
Well, that's why
good intentions.
And
Marxian, it's good intentions, right?
Marxian communism didn't work or take a toehold like Marx thought, because it basically involved people rising up against the state, and
that's the thing.
Yes, like claiming
rising
their
up
right
against the state that's already controlling them. So that would involve violence.
But that was the issue, is that people, as upset as they might have been in USA or Russia or wherever, they weren't going to completely dismantle their country and go up against their military and go up against their own culture,
right? Because
and go
they
up
love
their
their country.
Yes.
So how
even if they hated the working conditions, they weren't willing to throw the baby out with the bathwater, basically.
Right, and
that's why.
So you have to. I mean, you have to nod to those people, because they saw that and they saw, okay, yeah, that would be great if we could do that.
Yeah.
But they also were already under control, and so how do you bridge that gap? How do you take those people away from their power and empower just everyone?
Yeah.
It's
I think
it's obviously never happened or worked, and
I think when people rail against communism now, it's
they don't even know what it means.
Well, it's less the economic Karl Marx communism, and they're more attacking the social aspect of communism, which is Gramscian communism, an Italian communist, who realized, like I just said, that you're not going to get all these peasants and stuff who love their country to destroy it. So the Gramsci's idea, some Italian commie, basically said, okay, we have to destroy tradition, culture, the church, get to the kids young, and that's how you get the revolution. Is when you have people willing to destroy all of those foundations of a country, rebuild it in that utopian way. But it isn't just economic; it's completely subverting
everything.
Religion, subverting society, subverting culture, subverting all of it. Like all the good things about tradition and culture, they want destroyed, because those things instill, transcendent things in people, positive things in people.
Well, and
they want that gone.
It's basically like
transcendental. Sorry, I said transcendent.
No, I know.
Correct myself.
But so it's like the idea is to get rid of your whole identity.
Well,
in that case,
basically
you basically have to give it up in
You
order
want
to
to start
all over.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. And that's never. I mean that. Like those people didn't want that. Nobody really wants that.
I mean, nobody wants to
give their identity away.
Right. But that's ultimately, I think, what elites want now is a gray consumerist mass that has no culture, no tradition, no language. It's all one worldwide blob of people buying shit off Amazon and worshiping Lucifer.
I think this country is more guilty of it than
absolutely.
a lot of countries.
The West is horrible about it, for sure.
And in particular, the U.S.
Yes.
That's why a lot of new right wingers are like they're like very socialist.
They would seem anti-American in a lot of ways to people from conservatives 20 years ago.
The new right, the young Gen Z kids, younger kids are extremely very well. I mean, they're National Socialism, but socialism nonetheless. Basically, socialism for Americans.
Yes, economically National Socialist. So the Germans that were able to take their economy from the toilet to the most powerful economy on the planet, introducing some of those ideas. Building the Autobahn in 2 years when we have construction going on for a decade on the fucking overpass down the road that takes forever.
On Wade Avenue.
Efficiency!
The only problem with that is that ultimately, Germans lost pretty much everything too.
Well, they went a bit beyond the economy.
Yeah, they went insane and also started killing a ton of people. Killing like 200,000 people.
The whole war is a very complex topic.
Nobody's gotten it right.
Not so far. I don't know. I mean, I don't think you can get it absolutely right. You can just sort of do what's...
It seems like we just have these little moments in history where we we get lucky enough where we're able to ride a wave where things are kind of normal, and
Well, you have, like,
we're pretty fortunate.
The wave of the
We are,
economy
yeah.
with like booms and busts. You have like the 20s boom, and all of a sudden they orchestrate the stock market crash. So they crash the stock market, and all the rich people are like, oh, now we can buy up stock pennies on the dollar.
Oh, yeah.
Stock market goes up, they own everything, and now we're in that
Like
mess
Google's
right now.
doing.
Or
What
Google's
was,
doing
what was
that right
Google? You
What-
explain that. That's a good
What I
story
gathered
to segue to.
from Google, just this one thing, and there's several things, but one thing I gathered was basically in how they use their advertising. So we know that Google advertising is a big boon for them. They make a lot of money through their advertising.
Yeah.
And basically what they're doing, in a nutshell, and I could be wrong about this, but I think this is accurate, is that they're promoting certain, whether companies or avenues of advertising that they own stock in. So they'll buy stock in these things and then push all these companies to raise the
like they'll
visibility.
put them in the like side
Right,
things.
yeah, and just boost that more.
Duh,
So that,
why wouldn't they do that?
well, yeah, that's
I mean, 'cause
basically
it's
insider
immoral,
trading.
I guess.
Yeah.
But
It's insider trading, but there can't be. I mean, they don't have regulations.
Well, I'm
against
saying
that,
they're
probably.
screwing over people that have all paid for Google advertising. You know, like I want mine advertising, I want this, but they're like, well, they're telling people that their ads have been
but that's
featured
a
here
tiered,
and there.
that's a tiered
and
thing,
everywhere.
and that's
But they
also
haven't.
just like a very
Only the ones that they promoted have been advertised.
right. So if they have stock in those companies, obviously they take priority over these other things.
Mhm.
And anyone who's paying for Google ads, which I have done before, I mean, the best you're going to get is, at least for small money, for $100 a month or something, you might show up in the local,
Yeah.
searches where which is what they're kind of trying to tell you that's what you need to do. I mean, if you're a local business, but they're not. I mean, obviously, they're not going to push you beyond that. And so, as far as companies that spend a lot of money with them, it has to be tiered. It has to be based on spending or based on what they feel like they can get from it, right?
Well, yeah, but that's the issue
And
that I think that
certainly-
people are having with it, is that it's not organic. So even the companies that might
No,
pay
it
and be
can't be
promoted,
organic.
and they're not, people aren't buying it, people aren't, paying attention to these ads, or the ads aren't being effective. They're still pushing that and overshadowing
People,
other
paying
paying clients. Yes,
basically.
yeah. So even like you said, high dollar, high paying, you're going to get more visibility. But even a lot of the people that are paying
Paying a
high
lot
dollar,
probably are not.
right.
They're
Except
not
for
in. They're
So it's
not
not benefiting
prioritized over
Mhm.
the companies that Google has interest in. Certainly not.
Yes. So they
How-
advertise
how-
this as like a Google ads. It's a fair thing, whatever. Like
Oh, yeah,
laissez-faire.
Well,
capitalism.
if that's what they're advertising it as,
The
that's,
market
that's
dictates.
a lie.
Mhm.
Yes,
You
it's
know,
a
you,
total lie.
you
That's a
assume
lie.
it's some objective AI that's just spitting out your ad as much
Yeah.
as anybody
No.
else who
Yeah.
does.
They
Ooh,
have-
this is
they-
getting
they-
attention. Spit it out more or whatever. It's not.
Well, bless you. They have algorithms that are basically saying, okay, yeah, you guys are paying a lot, so we'll put you up, but not before
Yes.
This guy that I have stock in.
Yeah,
Pretty much.
that Google
It's shady.
either owns
It's
or
wrong.
is going
Very
by.
shady.
Mhm.
And there's more
I
to
guess,
it than
but,
that.
like,
There's more than just that.
That
part.
gets
That was like
into
a-
like
an
antitrust
excerpt.
laws and that kind of stuff, and
Basically.
Which I'm very unfamiliar with.
Yeah. Well, basically, all these tech companies
yeah,
need to be
I mean,
busted
they're
up
the most powerful, so
and
I-
shattered and scattered to the winds. All of them. Destroy them all. Take a hammer to the glass and destroy them all.
Not disagreeing
Well,
with that.
I hate them.
how many
The women
Google?
that-
Speaking of which, my
how many
Amazon
Google
package should be here
tabs
soon.
do we have up?
I know. We have to use them. We're
3?
forced.
Oh yeah.
That's the thing. I mean, that is a monopoly, more
Oh,
or
yeah,
less,
definitely.
or basically.
It absolutely
I
is a
mean,
massive
it's
monopoly.
not, but because Yahoo and these things like that exist, although they probably fucking own Yahoo, don't they?
I mean, Yahoo is probably not even around anymore. Maybe
They are- no,
Yahoo-
it's still
Yahoo
around.
News or something. Oh, okay.
No, the search engine's still around. It's just garbage.
Oh, right. Yeah. Web crawler.
It's like
Oh yeah, web crawler was
it's
great.
like it's a thing that like you try to get off of your browser.
yeah.
Mhm.
So Google is, they are the power.
They know it.
Alphabet.
They know it, and they're listening to us right now, I'm sure.
Oh,
Thank you, Google,
And
for
we're not
hosting
trying to take Google down,
our
but
webcast,
it's like, come on,
our
guys,
YouTube
like,
cast.
Yeah, I guess it is Google who's
play
live
fair.
casting us right now.
What good is it to not play fair?
Oh, right. Yeah,
Well,
I guess it doesn't make as much money.
No good, but it does make money. Good money.
At a certain point. How much more money?
What do you guys think? Do you guys want to wrap the podcast up for tonight, or do you want to do this
would
last
actually
one?
be the first actual wrap, I think.
We could wrap it up. Yeah, I don't have any final
Last time I
words
just
or
laughed.
anything, really.
Sorry.
No, I edited it so it looked like you were gone the whole time.
Just cut you out, cropped out.
There's a fuzzy bit of it.
I mean, we did a good. We're at 2 hours and 55 minutes now.
That's
I think
pretty
that was
damn
a
good.
We've done good.
Great show, guys.
Very fun.
Hey.
Thanks for
Hope you
tuning
guys
in.
Have a good night.
Thanks,
High
YouTube.
five.
I'm pretty
success.
psyched.
Big time.
I had a good time.
Later, guys.
Bye, guys.